Hello everyone, welcome back to the SN Studio for something a little bit different. We are playing some Nostalgia Hammer, Warhammer Fantasy Battles 6th edition. Yes, cast your minds back if you used to play in those glorious years. We are, of course, playing 2,000 points from the Big Red Book, a battle line being the mission, the first one, nice and simple. Where are we today on the battlefield? We are deep in the woods of Sylvania, in the Vampire Count's home territories, perhaps, or maybe in Stirland or nearby. And of course, we have our guest today, Chris, with Grimgor's Ard Boyz, the Storm of Chaos army of renown for the Orcs and Goblins. It is a beautifully themed army, all with Black Orcs and Black Orc-esque type models. Super cool, and of course, he will be fighting myself and my vampire counts, but I have brought something a little bit different today. I am bringing the Necromancer's army, which is it's kind of like an army of renown. It's one of the options at the back of the Vampire Count's book, which allows you to kind of add a little more flavor into different armies, and I do love my Necromancers, so I brought that along. So without further ado, let's get stuck into Chris's list, and that's coming up next.
Hi, my name's Chris. So today we're going to be running with Orcs and Goblins. More specifically, I'm going to be running Grimgor's Ard Boyz. That's from the Storm of Chaos supplement for 6th edition. And my 2,000 point army today is led by none other than Grimgor Ironhide. It wouldn't be his army if I didn't have him on the table to run with it. So Grimgor's heading up with a unit of 9 immortulz. And in Grimgor's Ard Boyz, the list is slightly different in the fact that he counts as a lord and he counts as a core choice. Also, Black Orc big bosses and Black Orc war bosses don't take up that additional hero slot, so that frees up some more character slots for this army. In my second character slot, I have a Black Orc big boss. He is armed with a great weapon, so +2 strength, and he's also armed with Drogs Dead Ard armor, so that comes with a 1+ armor save. The final character in the army is a level 1 Orc shaman. He's not level 2, I just didn't have the points for it, and he's just carrying a single Dispel Scroll. I obviously know I'm coming up against Vampire Counts, quite a magic heavy army, but I think that 2 Dispel Scrolls is just something that doesn't quite sit right with me personally. I just like the 1 scroll and let the game play as it's intended. So in my core choice today, I've got 3 units of Black Orcs. The first unit is a unit of 23 Black Orcs with Choppas and shields. They have a standard and a champion, so no musician. Again, I was sort of run short on points. And that's really going to house one of my characters just to make up to the 24. The second unit of Black Orcs is a unit of 18 Black Orcs with great weapons. And they again have a standard and a champion. This time I brought a magic banner in this unit, so they've got Noggs Banner of Butchery, 1 use only, +1 attack to everybody in that unit. And finally, the last unit of Black Orcs is a unit of 19 Black Orcs with Choppas and shields, and again, champion and standard. And again, that will house my final character. And for special and rare, we'll start off with special. I have an Orc boar chariot. So here I'm actually using the Gore Grunter model from Age of Sigmar. I just really like the model, and I thought, why not use it as a chariot? So that chariot has an extra crewman, technically, but it kind of works the same with a large pig charging through and a chariot charging through. So that's how I've made it up in my head. As another special slot, I have a single goblin spear chukka. In Grimgor's Ard Boyz, they have to come with an orc bully, so you can't take them without that. And then the final part of my special is actually a goblin rock lobber, and again you have to take an orc bully to accompany those goblin crewmen to keep them all in check. In the rare slots, I have two units. The first one is an Effigy. So this is a unit which is kind of special for Grimgor's Ard Boyz. It's immovable, acts as a piece of terrain. It cannot be targeted, cannot be killed, and therefore can't be removed from the battle. The important part is it usually costs 40 points. However, if you take Grimgor, it's actually free, so it just gives a bit of a buff to your army. A little bit of magic defense, considering this army has to have more big bosses and more war bosses than it has shamans. So you can't really run a level 4, a level 2, etc. So that's why we've only got one orc shaman today. So aside from the effigy, our last rare slot is a giant. You'll probably see that the model itself is not a giant, it's actually the Orc Mega Boss. I absolutely love this model. I think it's one of the best models that GW have actually brought out within their kind of orc range. So I used it as a giant orc. If anybody's seen the movie Unleashed with Jet Li in it, that's how I envisage this orc. Grimgor unchains him at the start of a battle, and he just charges in head first. But he'll be using the rules for a giant. That wraps up my, what is 1,994 points of Black Orcs on Grimgor's Ard Boyz. Let's see how it does against DC's vampire counts.
Here we are with the vampire counts. Well, slightly different. There's only one vampire, and he's asleep in a coffin. But other than that, it is a vampire counts army, but we are using, as I mentioned at the start, the Necromancer's army from the back of the Vampire Counts book that allows each of the bloodlines and the Necromancers their option for a bit more flavor and a little bit of a different spin on how you can play the armies, which I love, and I hope they bring that back in the old world, because, yeah, just things like that, absolutely love. It's a great part of the game and the hobby. So, yeah, I love Necromancers, so I've done a Necromancer heavy list. Now, I will caveat, if you look at the back, there are no black coaches as an option for the army, but I wanted to add to the theme of this army, which is that it is a kind of bodyguard, a protectorate of the vampire count as he travels across Sylvania in his black coach. So he's going to need bodyguards, right? So yeah, that's his loyal henchman, essentially. Plus, I needed the points to make 2,000 in order to play this game. So yeah, it all works out in the end, but adds lots of flavor, adds lots of fun, and that's what we're all here for. So let's get stuck into it. Starting off, we have, of course, leading the pack, the general, which is the Master Necromancer, the Dark Cardinal himself. Maybe he was a Sigmarite priest that fell to necromancy. We'll never know, but here he is. Now, in terms of magic items, he has, of course, the Staff of Damnation, which is really strong. And then he has the Cloak of Mist and Shadows, which makes him ethereal, so he cannot be targeted other than by magical attacks. Which, yeah, really strong. But he can't fight, but it doesn't matter because he's rubbish at fighting anyway. In terms of magic, he knows the Invocation of Nehek, he knows the Gaze of Nagash, and he knows the Van Hell's Dance Macabre, and lastly, he knows Curse of Years. So, pretty good roll-off for me. Quite happy with that overall. Hellish Vigor probably would have been better than Gaze of Nagash, but here we are. So, moving on, we have ourselves a White Lord. The White Lord is, he's got the flayed skin of, I think it's called Naek, or something along those lines. Gives him a 1-up save, which you cannot increase. Now, I did give him a shield, even though that doesn't do anything, but I play WYSIWYG here, and he's got a shield on him, so I'll pay the points for it. Additionally, he has himself a Sword of Might for that extra bit of punch, which makes him strength 5, which is really good for cutting through some armor. Other than that, he is our bodyguard for our Necromancers today, and he'll be joining one of the big elite units of Graveguard. Now, moving on in the HQ slots, we have, of course, more heroes, and that is Necromancers. 2 of them. The first one, holding his flaming torch alight, he is taking the Black Parapet, which is basically it allows me to take a unused magic dice or dispel dice and use it for the next turn, which is really handy, and it's really cheap. And then on top of that, his magic is the Invocation of Nehek again, and he also has Van Hell's Dance Macabre, which is pretty cool. Then lastly, my last of the Necromancers, again, another level 2, and he has got the Book of Arcan, which is pretty cool. Again, a bound spell, really strong in that capacity. And his magic is, again, the Invocation of Nehek, because you got to take it a lot, especially with this list. It's a lot about summoning, about, raising the dead. And then lastly, he has Curse of Years. So doubled up again, but hey, it is what it is. Now, that's my heroes and lords. Let's go on to the troop choices. We have, of course, 2 identical units of 25 skeleton warriors. You got to take big bricks of these guys because they die quite quickly. They're not great in combat either, but they are scary. So full command on both standard bearer musician and champions. And like I said, 2 squads of 25. Then we go on to, of course, zombies. We have 2 units of 20, both with full command. There's no champion option, but there is a standard bearer and musician each of those. I love zombies. I'd love a whole zombie army. Maybe one day I can achieve that. But they're going to be basically bunkers for my necromancers. Then moving on, of course, out of core, we go into the Graveguard. We have 23 Graveguard, all with heavy armor, and we have shields on them and halberds, because that's what they are modeled with. And on top of that, with full command, they have the banner of the barrows to make sure they always hit on a 3+. So it's a really nasty unit, good in combat, strength 5, can really put the work in. So that's kind of my hammer to my anvil, which is all the other units. And then moving on from them, of course, we have the Black Coach. Yes, the Black Coach, 200 points. It's really expensive. I don't think it's that great. I haven't used it a lot in 6th edition, if I'm honest, but it doesn't seem as strong as it does in later editions. Moving on from that, we have, to finish off the list, 2 units of 5 Direwolves. There's no upgrade on those, no Doom Wolf upgrade or any of that nonsense. It is just, tough screening, war machine hunting, and everything else. That's the list. It is a big old brick of dead, and hopefully I'll be summoning a lot more of them as the game goes on. So you've seen Chris's list, and you've seen the Woods of Sylvania, so we'll see you there in just a second.
Through a gap in the dense, dark forestry at the edges of Stirland's borders, a raven swooped low below the tree line. Gliding on dark wings, the raven flew past a column of silent warriors, clad in ancient rusted armor, in front of an eerie black carriage, its drapes drawn to shield the occupant from the meager sunlight. While its hooded coachman clutched the leather reins attached to nightmarish steeds. The bird perched itself onto the shoulder of a withered old man, whose robes drowned his slender frame. The creature seemed to whisper in the man's ear before taking flight once again. An orc warband lies ahead of us. We must protect our lord. Come, my acolytes. The atrophied-looking man gathered the rest of his necromancer cabal. The dark mages began to chant and speak profane magics in unison, calling forth the restless dead from their shallow graves.
This is a momentous day. I have waited for years for this moment because after playing 40k, after playing Heresy over and over again with Captain Pardo, I finally get to play my beloved game of games, Warhammer Fantasy, with the wonderful Chris. Yeah, and thanks to you, my friend, that this is happening. So in the chat, in the comments, just say thanks, Chris, because without him, I would not be here playing this today. We are playing, of course, Battle Line because we both finished work and we're both tired. Make it easy, right? Also, we're probably a bit rusty.
Very rusty.
Yeah, a wee bit rusty because, we only play very occasionally when I'm not recording normal content. So bear with us. There probably will be mistakes in this game, but take it in the spirit that it is. It is Christmas time. And Chris is the little Christmas elf that is bringing you fantasy today for all of you old school fantasy enthusiasts. Battlefield-wise, as you can see, we have lots of trees. They will act as normal in terms of trees. Over here we have a ruin, and over here we have a ruin, which we're going to play as impassable because life is easier when it is just impassable rather than trying to deal with all the going in there and all that nonsense. Yeah. Now, in terms of deployment, I won the roll-off, which is very unusual, I know. But Chris is a terrible roller, so it makes me happy playing against him. He is more cursed than I am. Now, if you are new to vampire counts, as I said in the beginning, this is not a vampire count army. There is a vampire. He is currently in his coffin, and this is his entourage. This is going to be... let me set the narrative. Let me set the scene, okay?
Set the narrative.
Okay, are you ready? Get ready.
I'm ready.
Now, Grimgor and his Ard Boyz are roaming through a forest, maybe near Sylvania, and, you know, looking for a fight, or just chilling out, doing what they do best, being orcs. And this is one of von Carstein's lieutenants, one of his lesser barons of some description within the province, and he is being transported from one part of the country to the other. Of course, it's night and day, so he needs to go in his coffin, he needs to go into his carriage, so he doesn't get all toasty. And we have his entourage here, that he's obviously security, his army that he's going with. We weren't all here originally, but when we bumped into the orcs on the road or through the forestry, we thought, okay, better get some reinforcements. Went to the local village and found ourselves some of the locals, which we turned into zombies. So we got Bill, we got Ben, we got Barry, we got Beethoven, we got Baldwin. They're all named after locals in the village.
all from Birkenhof.
Yeah, all from exactly. They're all from Birkenhof. And it's the tradition in Birkenhof, everyone is named after the letter B. So anyway, stop laughing at me. This is all genuine. This is deep lore. Let me go through deployment quickly, because I won the roll-off. Let me quickly explain. As an undead army, my general, who's here, is my, of course, master necromancer. They have to be within 12 of him in order to be able to march. So without that, they get very, very slow. Hence the bunched up as a big old block. On the flanks, we have, of course, 2 units of direwolves. They are a little bit quicker, and they're able to screen and kind of slow the orcs down. Then behind them, we have, of course, the 2 units of skeleton warriors. And then bunkers of necromancers, basically. We have the 2 squads of zombies, the 2 units of 15 per, 14? Or no, 19 in each one, yeah. And obviously the necromancers in each. And then the creme de la creme, we have the Grave Guard with the White Lord on the side there to protect our master necromancer, who is the henchman of this lesser known vampire, who doesn't have a name yet, and it doesn't start with a B. Wait, it could be. He could be the Count Birkenhof. There you go. He is Count Birkenhof, the Burke. Now, counter deployments, obviously back and forth, as it were. Let us begin over here.
So on my right flank, your left flank,
Yep.
is a brick of 23 Black Orcs,
Beautiful.
Choppas and shields, with the level 1 shaman.
I like it.
Beside them, we've got a rock lobber.
Yes, El Rock Lobber.
So in the center of the board, just to give army-wide buffs, is
Yep.
my effigy.
I love that thing.
And
It looks so cool.
right beside that, we have my giant.
Yes.
Who's a giant orc.
Yes, yeah.
Behind that, spear chukka.
Yes.
And then rocking up just at the back to make sure all of the orcs and all of the troops behave themselves.
Of course.
Is Grimgor
Yes.
and his immortulz.
In the immortulz, indeed.
In front, we have 18 Black Orcs
Yep.
with great weapons,
Yes.
an orc boar chariot,
Yes.
and 19 Black Orcs with Choppas shields, and my Black Orc big boss.
I love it. Now, it sounds scary, folks, and you probably started thinking, wow, that's Ard Boyz versus some... But we've played this game before.
We have.
It didn't go well for you.
It went terribly wrong.
It went terribly wrong. So it might look tough, folks, but I think with 6th edition, the way it plays, and also some of the shenanigans I have, even though I don't have martial prowess, I have numbers and I have fear. So it's quite a scary one, but it'll be a good game. Let us do a little cheeky roll off. Dun, 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 dun.
At the same time?
Yeah. Go. That's a 6. You know what that means? We have the Necromancer's Horde. Turn 1 coming up. So, movement phase is complete. I will quickly go over what's been happening. We've pushed up with the dogs into the flanks, slightly within the center, to goad the orcs into coming out to play, knowing that he'll get a nasty flank charge off if he does go into them. They're probably a little bit too far out, but we don't, not sure. Also, Chris loves a good cheeky charge now and again, even if it's out there.
It's an orc.
Everything else is just march forward, does what it does best, as you can imagine. And yeah, now we're going to go into the magic phase. Now, there's a quick caveat before we get stuck into this. Of course, we have Effigy, which adds extra, is that right, extra Dispel dice for you?
Yeah, so extra Dispel dice. One extra Dispel dice for every Black Orc war boss or big boss within 24 inches. So that will effectively cover Grimgor Ironhide himself.
Yep.
And the Black Orc big boss that you see over here. So, yeah, 2 extra Dispel dice.
Hey, it works. It's nice. It's good. It's good. Now, I get 2 for being, if you don't know, this is how it works in 6th edition, at least if I remember. You get 2 for the army. You get 2 for my level 2, a 2 for the other level 2, and I get 4 for the Master Necromancer. Unfortunately, my my sleeping vampire doesn't give me anything, which is a little bit annoying.
I think you've got enough.
How many do you have?
So I get 2 Dispel dice for the army.
Yep.
I get 1 because I have a level 1 wizard.
Yes, you do.
And then my Effigy gives me an extra 2.
I like it.
So I have 5 Dispel dice to your 10.
Yes. And what I'm going to do, I also have some magic items, as we all are aware from the intro. We have, of course, the Book of Arcane, which is held, funny enough, by the guy with a book in his pocket, even though the one over there's got a book in his hand. That's the wrong book, okay? He's got a different book. This one is the Book of Arcane, and he's going to cast it. It's bound level 3. It automatically goes off. I have to roll dice to see if it breaks, which it does. I just broke my book. Oh dear, that's how it's going to go. I'll cast it on here, though, and it allows him to move 8 inches, basically. So, do you want to try and stop that? Bound level 3.
Nope, I am happy enough to...
Happy, yeah? Okay, I thought so. I was trying to bait him out. So, they'll move 8 inches. I will do that, or just march up closer to that way. I'll do that in but a moment. Now we go into some of the goodies. Now, if you remember from what I mentioned at the beginning, the Master Necromancer has Invocation. He's got Van Hels, and he has Gaze in the Gash and Curse of Years, which is nice. So, with that, we're going to go with a cheeky 3 dice, Gaze in the Gash, and we're going to put it into the Orcs in front. Just a squad in the front.
Okay.
It's a 7 to cast. Well, that'll do. That'll do nicely. Look at that. Would you like to deny it?
No, I'm going to let that one go.
Oh, 2d6, folks.
2d6 and 4.
Oh, 4. Okay, toughness of the Orc, 4?
Toughness 4, yeah.
Yeah, 4's 2.
2.
Yep.
So that's heavy armor.
Okay.
-1 for your strength 4, so just 6 up saves.
6's. Got him. Blah, blah. That is 2 Orcs zapped Nagash, looked into their eyes, and they are now all melty-brained. So, I just put my dice back into here, which is a little bit cheating, I know. So we'll take out the 3 dice I just used. Don't cheat. Now what we're going to do is throw... Ooh, we're going to throw a... Oh, now we're going to do Staff of Damnation, which is what my Master Necromancer is carrying with that weird orby thing. And it basically gives... oh, actually, it doesn't matter. Apologies. Do you know what? So what it does do is the Staff of Damnation allows for Van Hell's Dance Macabre. No, sorry, Hellish Vigor. The reroll hits to go off all around here. All the units within 12, which is really strong. But it's only in the next combat phase, and obviously I'm not in combat.
Okay.
So it's no good. So I'll leave that. However, what I will do now is cast myself a cheeky Raise Dead. It's called Invocation of Heck, but I will be raising some brand new dead. It'll be zombies. And I'm going to throw 5 dice at it, because I can, and I want it to go off. Okay, that is a beautiful roll.
That's a good roll.
That's a beautiful roll. That's 10. That is 21. 21.
I mean, you only have 2 dice left.
I do. I do have the Black Chariot as well, so I could... Or Chariot, yeah. Chariot.
Do you know what? I'm going to let that one go.
Oh!
I think it's just it's too much to beat.
It's 3d6.
It is.
Of plus the dice used, so 3d6 plus 5 zombies. So that is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 zombies coming up. I will place those in a minute. I will move those, and I've got 2 dice left. I'm going to just store one in my Black Chariot. Oh, delicious.
Use them when you can. Use them when you can.
So we'll catch you back in a second once I've done that and give you a roundup and go into Orcs turn 1 coming up. So here we are. I did my movement, kind of just wheeled that way to hold off that flank because I've got quite a lot to deal with, hopefully, this one unit here. And here's my new unit zombies. Look at that. All delicious and sitting there doing their thing. So yeah, that's the end of my turn, obviously, nice and simple. Now we're going to go over to turn 1 for the Ard Boyz. Before we go in to see all the movement, shall we have any declared charges?
We shall.
Oh, charges have been done. Okay, what are we charging?
There's definitely a gaming move to this,
Yep.
but the simple-minded orc move is to just go straight in.
I love it.
So I am going to declare a charge with my my giant orc.
Yeah, the giant orc.
Into the fresh zombies.
Okay, that is going in. He can't fail, right? So he's 100% in there. Is there any other charges?
There are no other charges, no.
Love it. Okay, so with that, we will move him in and we'll get to the rest of the movement, and that's coming up in just a second. Oh, look at it. I am so excited. Can you see all of the beauty of this already? This is why fantasy is the greatest game of all. Absolutely brilliant. Lots of models on the table and carnage to boot. Now, we're in the magic phase for the Orcs. And I have my Dispel dice. You get less Dispel dice than you get Power dice. But here is one each for my Necromancers, 2 for the army, and 2 for the big bad Dark Cardinal himself. In terms of you, how many Power dice do you get?
So I get 2 for the army.
Nice.
And 1 for my level 1. So you're outnumbering me.
Big stuff,
Yeah.
big stuff.
Yeah. As expected.
It was always expected, yes, when you have a heavy magic army like the Undead. Okay, so with that, what are we casting? Because you do have your magic banners, don't you?
I do have bound items on the magic banners.
Yes.
However, I'm not going to activate any of them at the moment.
Oh, brilliant.
My level 1 shaman's going to cast Gaze of Gork.
Okay.
Now he can only use 2 dice being a level 1, and he only knows 1 spell. So one of these dice is effectively wasted.
Fair enough, but he knows that spell so well.
He does.
He does.
So cast on 5+. Let's
Yes.
see how he gets on.
And it's a 4.
It is a 4, so that's not indeed cast.
Okay. So he knows it really well, but he's just warming himself up. He's just warming himself up. You know, he's far away.
They had a heavy drinking night last night.
A lot of grog. So leave the guy alone. Okay, so with that, we'll overview. Actually, I'll give you a quick overview of the movement for you. So as you can see, Orcs moving forward, and Orcs moving forward, as Orcs do. Let's get stuck into combat, and that's coming up in just a second. I completely forgot about the shooting phase because I don't use them when I play fantasy because I mostly play vampire counts. And we haven't got any artillery, which is a bit of a shame because I wouldn't mind like a skeleton crossbow or like a skeleton archer, like in Doom Kings, but alas, we don't in this. So anyway, I'm going to take your lead on this because I don't use them often enough. Rock Lobber, I know you have to guess the range.
I do.
Which is very cool.
Yeah.
Old school.
So this will take me back to my teenage years.
Yeah.
As an expert guesser, maybe not now.
Okay.
But, I'm going to go with 24 inches.
24 inches, okay.
Towards your black coach.
I like it, okay. Oh, the black coach, please. It's brand new. Don't do this to me, Chris.
It's the newly painted model syndrome.
No,
isn't it? Yeah.
no, only when it performs, not when you're blowing it up with a big old bloody rock. Now, 24. So let's see where we get it. Oh, it's on the Black Cardinal's head. The Dark Cardinal himself might take a rock onto the noggin. Let's see how this works. I'll hold that for you, sir. Okay. Rock coming down. And, oh, yes, 2 inches this way. Does it hit directly onto hit?
Ooh. Well, yes, if it's under the template. Now, my understanding of this is that if the small hole is over the model,
yep,
it would be hit by a strength 8 hit.
Let's do it then.
If anybody
comment below.
Yeah, if anybody knows any differently, please let me know.
Yeah. Right, let's do this then. So I can't take armor saves, is that right?
That's correct.
But I do have a ward save because I am ghostly.
You are.
So I wait for you to wound right first.
So I need to wound, and because this is a stone thrower,
yes,
and that's classed as a chariot.
Yes.
If it takes a hit of strength 7 or more and takes a wound,
yeah,
it would automatically be destroyed if you fail your ward save.
Oh,
it's a newly painted model.
I know.
It actually worked out quite favourable.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Right, let's do this. So it's toughness 6.
Toughness 6. So this would be strength 8 under the hole. So
yep.
Anything but a 1. I say. with a lot of hesitation.
Oh,
It isn't 3.
so I need a 5 up. Oh, I saw the 5! So you've shattered my black coach already into bits across the battlefield. The vampire count will have to get out, and then I get a vampire lord, a blood dragon, with weapon skill 10 for free.
Frenzy, why did you wake me up?
Yeah, he's got friend. Why did you wake me up? Let's remove the casualty and let's carry on with the shooting. Coming up next. There he is in his coffin with rubble and for some reason flames. It was a flaming catapult shrapnel bomb thing, which the Orcs devised and stuck together with dung. And you blew up his chariot. So he is angry now. He's not getting out of his coffin just yet. He's going to wait until the battle's over. But oh man, just brutal. Brutal.
Spontaneously combusted.
It did. It was very flammable. It's full of ethereal, flammable goodness. I mean, it should have a caution warning on it, to be honest. Now, lastly, to round off this wonderful shooting phase of yours, we have, of course, the spear chukka. Now, what can it see? What can it shoot?
So it's got a very slim arc.
I like
so
that.
it has to be quite accurate. But it's going to target, really the only thing that it can see is the skeleton warriors.
Skeleton warriors.
So
Sounds good. Take a couple away.
Within half range,
Yep.
so it hits on 4s.
Ooh. Oh.
It does indeed hit.
Yeah. So, I am toughness 3.
And I am strength 6.
Ah.
So for every...
Rank it goes down one at a time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So, strength 6 is 2s.
Oh, would you look at that?
Yeah, just stunk into one of the rib cages, and they carry on as normal. Now, notoriously, your spear chuckers are awful.
They are
So,
terrible. The
yeah.
fact that it hit is just
I
a
know.
blessing, right?
I go home tonight and be like, hey, the spear chucker hit. Get the kids. We're going out tonight. Right. So with that, now we go into combat. I wish we did skip the shooting phase, but alas, here we are. Let's go with the big old giant / big orc coming up next. So it's combat time. You've got the holy relic of the tome.
Look at it.
Yes.
All its goodness.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Now, let us begin with what you cause terror?
I do, but you're immune to psychology.
I'm immune to psychology, but just for all the folks, I'm immune to psychology, so it never takes tests for me, but obviously fear, but he has causes terror, so he doesn't get scared of my little zombies. So there's no tests needed. So with that, let us begin. I am brain dead, which means I cannot go first unless I hellish vigor them. They do not go first in any circumstances ever.
Okay.
They are that slow.
Well,
so
as the giant charged in,
Yes.
you get to roll his 1 dice to see what he does against someone smaller.
Indeed.
And
There's a
he gets
2.
So he indeed starts to jump up and down. So
Oh, that's what you wanted.
this is an entertaining one.
It's going a little bit too well for you right now. I don't like
I
this.
don't know when it's going to turn around. What's happened?
You told me I would get an easy game.
I'm going to fill him more often.
Right, okay. So, jump up and down. Let's roll. What do we do?
So I believe that we need to test to see if he falls over first.
Ah, beautiful. I hope he
So
does.
He will fall over on the roll of a 1.
Oh, this is where it comes in.
Which
This
is
is where it all
my-
comes up money.
So anything but a 1.
Oh, he's fine.
Oh, indeed.
He carries on jumping.
So he will jump up and down and cause 2d6 strength 2, or correction, 2d6 strength 6 hits.
Oof. Okay, and that's going to be 5.
So it's only 5.
That's
so
fine.
It's not too bad.
That's fine.
It's not too bad. So killing and squashing the zombies on 2s.
Okay, so there's 4 zombies.
So 4 zombies.
So that little graveyard is gone, and I don't get to fight back because that's 4 that would have been in the front rank.
That is correct. Yes.
So it's a little bit different. I played a lot of 8th edition back in the day, folks, where like they slot forward and carry on fighting. But in this edition, it's not like that. So anyway, yeah, we won't be fighting back because they are dead. But in terms of combat resolution, I have a rank.
You actually had 2 ranks.
I actually had 2 ranks. Apologies.
2 ranks and outnumber.
And outnumbered. But you killed 4.
I killed 4.
So I lose by 1. So 1 zombie crumbles from the power of the orc, big old orc giant, but we stay put. And wouldn't you believe it, it'll probably end up being more zombies pretty soon.
Let's see how we endure
Yeah.
this magic phase.
It's true. And that's the end of your turn, right?
That is the end of my turn.
Pretty good turn.
Yeah, I'm really happy with that.
I can imagine you are. Let's see what I can produce on my turn 2 for the vampire count / not vampire count / undead / necromancer's army. Coming up next. Okay, before we get into the movement, obviously we do charges, and I have declared a charge here. from there into the Black Orcs. Now, my reasoning is, even if I'm not within, because you can't pre-measure, folks, you have to guess it. If I'm not in, I can get close enough, then hopefully I can get some magic off to push myself into that arm unit anyway. So we shall see. Can you please measure? Am I within 8? And is this going to be a good day for the undead?
So, taking into account the wheel.
No,
would
of course. I forgot the wheel. So we move 4. We'll stumble forward, but it doesn't matter because we'll be positioning ourselves beautifully for a little magic phase nonsense charges.
We will.
Yeah, I like that. So anyway, movement coming up. Here we are in the magic phase. Beautiful, my favorite phase. So we've got 4 dice from the big guy, plus his 1 for the Black Periat, which one of the other Necromancers was holding. Then we have 2 for one Necromancer, 2 for the other one, and 2 for the army. So we're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you do have a Dispel Scroll, don't you?
I do have 1 Dispel Scroll. I can foresee it coming out in this.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I can imagine too. This is going to be a clutch one. So we're going to start off with, first and foremost, the Staff of Damnation. It's bound level 4, which is the old staff right here for the Dark Cardinal, and on a 1, it is broken. No, it is still going. So everything within 12 gets hit with Hellish Vigor, which is pretty much everything. Not that it'll do much other than maybe if they get into combat, and of course the zombies, which is nice. So would you like to stop that?
I'm going to take a little bit of a risk and a little bit of a punt and let that go.
I like this. Yeah. I like this. Okay, next we're going to try and go for we're going to go for an Invocation of Nehek and raise some dead. We're going to raise some dead, and we're going to cast it on we're going to just do a cheeky 7. We're going to do a cheeky 7. And we're going to do it with this Necromancer, Skull 1. I can use 3 dice, right? 2 for his power level plus 1 more.
Right.
Just check it out. So we're going to cast it on a 7. We're going to do it with the Black Cardinal. Ooh. Yeah, we're going to do it with the Dark Cardinal of Darkness, and I'm going to use 4 dice here. Okay. And still 7 to cast, but 4 dice.
Is it a new unit?
For a new unit, yes. So that is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, sir.
12.
There's a 12. For a new unit.
I mean, what I should do is ultimately stop what I can.
Yes. But I guess what I'm trying to do perhaps is bait you.
100%.
Because you know what I really want? What I really want?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And my Book of Barkan, folks, remember, I broke it right at the start. The pages came out. So, are you going to try and dispel this one? And now you do have the Dispel Scroll, but I do have a lot of power dice. So I could do lots of nasty little things rather than...
Lots of units just popping up out of the ground.
Yeah. Stuff like that.
This world that was is just all littered with bodies under the ground.
Everywhere, just everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to try and dispel.
Oh, alrighty, okay.
I will dispel. I learned my lesson from last phase.
You did. Wow, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's dispelled. 8, 9, 10. Oh, it's the same. Do you need to exceed? No.
No.
You just need to meet. Yeah. So that is dispelled, everyone. That is gone. Well done. Now you have just 1 dispel dice and a dispel scroll. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cast the same again, Invocation of Nehek, and we're going to do it on a... we're going to cast it on a 3+. So it's just 1d6 zombies, plus 2, I guess, with the 2 dice. We're going to do it with this Necromancer. And that goes off.
Yep.
Would you like to do anything about that?
I cannot stop that, really.
Okay. Then, I need to have a little think about this one. I'll put the zombies in and have a little think.
Let's see how many zombies you get.
Right. Here's my zombies. Yes, I am that guy. But you have to be when you're playing just undead bodies and not anything. Like if I had a big old nasty, I don't know, like Vampire Lord and some, Black Knights or something, I'd be a bit more, get in your face. But when I've just got a little wizard, a little withered old man, he's gonna create some zombies in your face.
You got your Bobs and your Berts just
Bobs.
rising from
Exactly.
the pit in front of none other than Grimgor.
Exactly. They don't care. Yeah, they're from Birkenhof. They don't care about these things.
So much for their second life.
Yeah, indeed. Enjoy it while it lasts, gents. Now, let us go into the rest of the magic phase. I have 5 dice left. Now, I know exactly what's going to happen. But I have to do it anyway. I just have to go through this rigmarole. And I know it. You know it. The people watching at home know it. You're a bad person. for bringing in a Dispel Scroll. But here we are. Van Hell's obviously onto my Graveguard. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
not irresistible, not a miscast,
Yeah.
but a Dispel Scroll.
Yeah. So I've got 2 dice left. And you have only just 1.
I do.
And now I could basically have got a Gaze in the Gash, which doesn't really do much, if I'm honest. And I also have Curse of Years, which is a 10 plus to cast, so that's very difficult to get on 2 dice. Or I can just do another invocation. So I'm probably just going to do another invocation. And I'll do it from this guy, and it's buffing this unit right here.
Okay. The guy reading the old world rulebook.
Yes, he is. He's got
the almanac.
Yes, he's got the almanac. He's got it, exactly. He's got the secret rule book. So I'm going to do 7. I'm going to do 7 to cast, average dice.
Okay.
Because risky for a biscuit, you know? There you go.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is 2d6 plus 2. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10 more zombies for the giant to play with. I will put them on the table, and then we'll get to fighting him in just a second. Just when you thought the zombies were dying, here they are. 10 more in the end. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? It's a beautiful thing. So he is jumping up and down, but because of the Staff of Damnation, the zombies are jumping up with him. And I'll be biting you, because I get to fight first, and I get to reroll my hits, which is nice, thanks to the staff. So, with that, let us begin. Zombies, fighting first, look at this, like elves. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling, thanks to Hellish Vigorness. Ooh, almost full house, but now there's a tough part. I'm strength 3.
And toughness 5. So 6 is the win.
6s. Oh, we got 1!
We got 1.
We got 1, and does he have an armor save or anything?
He does not. He does not.
We have a wound. Put the wound marker on him. Well done, zombies. I'm so proud of you. Now you carry on jumping up and down, right?
I do, but I have to test to see if I fall over.
This is incredible. So, on a 1?
On a 1, he falls over.
No, he's happily jumping up and down. 2d6.
Gleeful at the number of bodies
He is.
that are rising for him.
He's playing whack-a-mole.
Oh, incredible.
That is not... That's all 10 that I just rose from the dead. Risen from the dead?
Risen.
Riseth? What's the right word? Anyway, okay, here we go. So, yeah, anything but 1s.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, 3 1s. That's 7?
7 dead.
7, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, combat resolution. Now, I had 3 ranks, right? So that's that many. And I did a wound, and I outnumber you. So I lose by 2, right? So 2 more drop. Look at that. Nice and simple. And we carry on fighting, and let's see how many more bodies I can bring back. Now we go into Orcs. I'll let you have a little think, and we'll see what charges we have coming up. And that's your turn. So, looking at the angles, putting his general's hat on, Chris is going to be charging.
I am. It seems such a shame not to have Grimgor and his immortals charge in.
Yes, it's true.
But the bottleneck that is this right now.
I know.
He's beautiful. Actually just giving orders.
Yes, he's just shouting at everybody else to fight harder.
He is. So I'm going to charge in my chariot.
Okay, chariot. Beautiful.
And it would be a damn shame not to
charge the doggos.
Have these guys charge in against the dogs.
Okay, so with that, fear tests.
I do indeed need to take fear tests.
Oh, here we go. So
first with the chariot.
Yes.
Now I'm charging a unit that technically outnumbers me.
Oh yeah.
So if I fail this, he is fleeing.
Oh, that would be incredible.
But we'll go off Grimgor's.
You do, yes, of course.
Leadership. So I say that, but it is a 9. And do you know what? I think his leadership is a 9.
We need to check. This is going to be exciting.
Yeah, I think will we check now?
Yeah.
Will we check?
Chris, that charge. Can you flip that around for me?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, retreat. He is leadership 9. That's ridiculous. 5 zombies have scared the chariot away.
I think they've scared the pig.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
they're
scared.
The rider has no say.
No, it's the pig. So, how far do you run away?
Let's go. 3d6.
And
he is away.
He is very away. That is the chariot gone. Well done, zombies. It's ridiculous. Hence why we said at the start of the game, the power of fear is very strong in this edition. So, yes, even though the Ard Boyz look hard, they're also scaredy cats. Now, this charge over here is another one, which is a cheeky fear test. Now, you have Grimgor's leadership again, of course.
Yeah. So, leadership 9.
That's 5.
It's a little bit of a cocked dice, but
Even
it wouldn't
then,
matter anyway.
even with a 6, yeah. That's all that is needed. So we'll put them in, we'll do the rest of the movement phase, and then we'll catch you for shooting and magic and all the rest of it. And we're back with the magic phase. The winds of magic are blowing
really badly. It just sort
a
of
whisper, yeah. So 3 for you, but you have your bound spells and your banners.
I do.
So let us begin. What do you want to start with, my friend?
So I'm going to start with a Gaze of Mork,
Okay.
which is a magic missile.
Yes.
D6 strength 4 hits.
Yes.
I'm going to cast it from him, just on this unit of skeletons.
Okay. Needs a 5, right?
Needs a 5.
D6. Now you have it.
Let me have it.
Yeah, because skeletons aren't a problem. You know what happens to skeletons when they die. Okay, so 2 of them.
Just 2.
And
3's to wound.
okay,
Oh, double 1.
that shaman is not great.
That is not great.
Yeah, he's had not enough mushrooms or too much mushrooms. I don't know which one it is, but whichever one that uses, yeah, he needs to have a little word with himself. So, especially when he's come to the battle and he's gone, listen, boss. Grimgor's looking at him like, already you're weird because you haven't got an axe in your hand. And then he's like, listen, boss, I know I can melt brains across. I can do this. And he's like, cool, show me how to do it. And he hasn't done it once. I think he might be lying. He just, you write on your CV, really good at something, and then when it comes to actually doing it, yeah, he's been shown up. So, what are we doing next?
So my plan was to kind of draw some Dispel dice.
Yes.
And then activate a couple of the one-use only bound item magic banners. That is not going to happen now. You've got too many Dispel dice to
there it is.
to counter that. So I'm going to keep the magic banners
as
they are at the moment, and we'll see what comes in subsequent magic phases.
That's fair enough. I will double check my black chariot to see if I can store one of those. I don't think I can. I'm just being greedy, but something in the back of my mind is saying, check it. So I will. And then we'll get into shooting, because this thing is probably going to take some more victims, and that's coming up next. So I checked, and yes, you can do both power dice and dispel dice. I think that's the reason in 8th edition they increased the power, the points cost to like 45 points or something like that for the same power, because 15 points is a little bit much. But hey, don't leave your home without it. All vampire count players.
Yeah.
It's very good. So with that, what have you guessed? I imagine it's 24 inches or something like that. Yeah.
It's 24 inches against those Graveguard.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so Graveguard going in. Let's. I'm guessing in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, directly towards the middle.
24. Oh, look at that. There you go. There. So good hit. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping it blows up and gets destroyed horribly. And it's a direct hit. Okay, so you work this out because, yeah, I ain't working this out.
No problem. So it looks like one. So one is hit at strength 8.
I'm going to make you work for your supper.
Yeah, exactly.
So-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 direct hit.
Counting with Chris. 6 direct hits. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 partials.
8 partials. Okay, cool. That sounds like a plan. So, shall we begin with the direct one?
So the direct one is wounded on a 2+.
Yep. No armor saves, so that is a destroyed, flattened, splatted Graveguard. Okay.
Then we'll do the partial hits.
Yep.
So that was
6 of them, right? Or 8? It was
8.
8 partials.
And
This is on toughness 4 there.
this is pretty good actually.
Oh
So-
my word.
So these partials can be added to the pool of 6.
Ah, I see, yes, because you just check if they were hit or not, right?
Correct.
Okay, that makes sense now. Okay, I don't use war machines often enough, folks. Now we're looking for 4s, right?
We're looking for 4s with no armor save.
Oh, how many is that?
So that is 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 more. Oh, 1, 2. Oh, I don't want to do this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in 6th edition, you cannot bring Graveguard back, which is a shame. You can only bring skeletons and zombies back, and then also you could do is like if a big old beast or a creature has got like a wound missing, you can bring back a wound. But in 8th edition, you could bring back Graveguard, which was but then again, that edition was a lot more killy, so like
was.
it balanced itself out in a way because you would lose a lot more. That's not great. That's a lot of my beloved Graveguard gone. So yeah, we'll just do what we do best and march on silently. Now, oh yeah, the old spear chukka. Let's do this. What are we shooting at?
So
Yes.
I think I'm going to hit the flank of these.
Do it. Yeah. Skewer all 5. That'd be incredible.
Make a zombie kebab.
Yeah. Right, zombie kebab. Let's do it.
Okay.
First of all, 4s.
Hits on 4s.
Oh
No.
How do you miss that?
It's actually too close.
Yeah, it's too close. It's shot over into the distance. That's that done. Let's get into combat, and that's coming up next. It's combat, and we are starting with the big old gigante, giant orc green man. Let's begin. He's jumping up and down still. Does he fall over, Chris?
He is. Now, do you still have Hellish Vigor?
No, it's just until the end of the combat, I believe.
Okay. So he's still jumping up and down.
Yep.
So he has to test to see if he falls over. Anything but a 1.
No, he's fine.
Which is great.
Now, we go into... Dun, 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 dun.
2d6, strength 6 hits.
5.
We've got 5 this time.
That's not great for me.
And
That's not great. And... Ooh,
4.
4. 4 dead. And I can't fight back. So I've lost 4. And I had a rank.
You did.
So, and then I outnumber you. So I lose 2 more.
Yes.
Now down to 4. Now we need to buff them up, otherwise we're going to be in a bit of trouble. Now you have some black orcs here. Now they have great weapons, but they did charge. And in 6th edition, because they charged, they get to do their thing.
You do. So so this guy's out.
Yep.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 of them going in.
One of those is the
Of course,
champion.
is champion.
Now his extra pit of strength and his extra weapon skill is not going to make much difference.
Right,
here.
okay, because they're great weapons anyway.
So I'll just wrap them all up into
Makes sense.
into one. So these guys are hitting on 3s,
Yes.
and then they will be wounding on 2s.
Okay. Hit on 3s. Okay, so that's 3 hits. Killing on 2s. That's 3 dead. And I'll have 1 dog left to fight back. Hiya! Ooh, I think that's a hit. Weapon skill 2. What's your weapon skill?
I think your weapon skill 3.
Weapon skill 3 on them? Check my book. I am weapon skill 3, yeah.
My weapon skill is 4, so yeah, that is a hit.
And then strength 3.
Strength 3, yeah.
Oh, hey!
It's a win.
Come on.
So I have heavy armor.
Okay, 5 up.
5 up armor save. Ooh,
Yeah,
another one
yes.
goes down to a dog.
So they all crumble anyway, because you kill 3. You have a banner, rank, everything else. I only killed 1, but it's just not enough. So the dogs have crumbled to dust. Would you like to overrun?
I would not.
Oh.
I would not.
Interesting.
I need to double check the rules. I think I need to restrain.
Ah, okay. Do you want to quickly roll 2 dice just to check?
Yeah, let's roll a couple of dice. So I'll be going off Grimgor Ironhide's
Of course.
leadership anyway. So leadership 9.
They're fine.
That's fine.
Regardless. But we'll check and come back to you on to my turn, which is turn 3 for the vampire counts. / not vampire. Oh, technically he's here. It's vampire counts now. He's here. He's resting. And we'll see what I can get up to. And that's coming up next. Okay, I've had to think about it. And here are my charges. As you can see, all 4 of them. We're starting off with the skeleton warriors into these guys.
They will hold.
Oh, they're going to hold. Okay, they're going to hold. The doggos, we're going to go into the, I guess the whole thing, right, is the crew. I don't quite know how to charge.
Yeah, you go into the rock lobber.
Go into the rock lobber.
I mean, again, rusty.
Yep.
I just
Put them in front.
place them in front.
Beautiful.
It's just a fear test.
There's, fear test, of course. Let's do that now. Oh, exciting.
Oh, do you want to do it now?
Oh, you'll do one at a time. We'll go across, right?
Okay. Yeah. So these guys are going to hold anyway.
Yep.
So I'll run the fear test.
They're
they
fine.
are okay.
They love it. And the pups.
So if I fail this, these guys are running because you outnumber me.
Okay.
So,
Oh, yeah, 4 to 5.
so let's see if they can.
Oh,
they can.
they're
Yeah.
insanely brave.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's a goblin.
They're goblin. I do like your goblins are kitted out like black orcs. That's very cool.
Yeah, it's the goblin Blood Bowl team.
It's so
Lots of
cool.
armor. Armored
Yeah, of
goblins.
course. All armored goblins. It's what Grimgor would want. Okay, now we're going to charge with the skeleton warriors here.
Yeah, so I know that the strategic move here, or the tactical move, is to flee. They'd flee from the bigger unit.
Yeah.
They'd flee this direction. They'd probably end up quite safe. But come on, I'm an orc.
The orc in you.
People want to see.
They want to see violence.
People want to see skeletons
Yeah.
and Graveguard die.
Yeah, they do they now? They want to see some action. Yeah,
So,
for sure.
so in the spirit of creating a story,
I love it.
narrative,
Yep.
Orcs don't run,
Orcs don't
especially because Grimgor's beside them. I'm going to let them hold.
Okay, holding it is... Oh, yes, the cheeky test. Do they hold after all that nonsense? After all that bravado? They do.
They do.
Because he is a 9.
I don't know if I have to do this twice.
No, I don't think you do. I think once they pass psychology, I think they're done. But otherwise, you'd take multiple, which would be... I would just charge with every little unit going. So lastly, they're going to charge. I don't know if they're actually in or not. We'll check that in... Actually, can we check that now? Grab the measuring tape. Oh, he's got one on him already.
Go on in.
Oh, on camera. I like these.
Oh, look at that.
Am I in, out?
We are just out.
No!
Yeah, we're out by a quarter of an inch.
Ah! Well, don't worry. We can... we'll move forward and then maybe we can magic them in.
Correct.
So, here we are. More orcs in combat, and more orcs fighting means...
More dispel dice.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one unit of 10 or more orcs within 12 inches of my shaman in combat. So that gives me an extra dispel dice.
It's nice.
And an extra power dice in my turn if I so wish.
Ah, all right. I like that. You're so wise. Now, we're going... I've got lots of power dice, plus the black periet, because remember, I could save one and bring it into the next phase, which is pretty cool. I'm going to start off by none other than... the Staff of Damnation. Does it break? No, it doesn't break. Would you like to dispel, sir?
No, you're trying to draw my dice out. I think I can take the always strikes first.
I think you can. And we will hits, don't forget. So everything within 12 of the boss man might be them as well. I have to check, but might be out. So let us now go into a Raised Dead 7+, and we're going to do it with this Necromancer here. That is a fail. Ignore that. That's not great for me. Right, now we're going to 4 dice, and we're going to... you've got 6 dice, right?
I do.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to... This Necromancer, is going to do a raise and increase more zombies over here into the big old giant. 7 to cast. Ooh, got it.
Oh, that's really good.
That's really good.
Yeah. So this is 2d6 plus 3, is it?
2d6 plus 3.
Yeah. Okay. I think it would be... It would favour me quite well to just get rid of these zombies.
Yep.
Because this is a tar pit.
It is a tar pit.
Effectively blocking off the rest of my army. So
Yes.
it's quite good. I mean, you've got, what, 5 dice left?
5 dice left.
Which is probably for a large Van Hell with Stance Macabre. Yeah, ultimately it's whether I want to keep this unit around or whether I want this unit to stick. Yeah.
Oh, you have a little think? Or you?
I am having a think. I could bet on you rolling low. You know what? I would far rather stop
Van Hell's.
Van Hell's Dance Macabre.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to let that go and chance you on a low roll.
To be fair, I could have a roll. 2d6 plus 3 is 6, 7, 8, 9 more zombies. That's not bad.
9. Yeah,
that's 9.
That's respectable.
That's 9 more zombies. Now I have 5 dice left. And what do I want to cast next? Let me get the Dark Book. And I want to have a little look here. Van Hell's is a 9+. So, I am going to do with the Dark Cardinal first of all, an Invocate to raise some new dead. I'm going to do it on a 3+.
Okay.
That's a 10. It's D6 plus 2 zombies. Fresh.
I will let that go.
I'll let that go. So D6 is 2 plus 2. There's going to be 4 zombies. I'm going to put them over there. Just to slow your nonsense down from a flank.
Wave after wave after wave.
Of dead. Yeah. I have to do it, folks, because if I don't, my flank is completely crumbled on that side, because Skeleton Warriors are not very good in combat. And if I don't get this off, then, which I'm probably not going to, then at least I have that as a reserve. Because in my head, I'm thinking to myself, okay, if I don't get Van Hell's off, I've just got Skeleton Warriors, and they're not very good at fighting. Yeah. Which means I'm probably going to get a flank charge by a big old mob of Orcs, which means I'm going to probably lose a lot of that unit, if not all of them, which means I'll have 2 units of Orcs to deal with the Graveguard, rather than 1. If I can slow the 1 down, it's better for me.
That's the rest of none on double six. Irresistible force here.
Yeah. Now I need Van Hels from the big guy. No. It does go off though, just.
So it's off. However, I don't really want to use all my dice because if I get a double one, it still
Oh,
goes
I didn't realise that. I forgot about that with
so you got a 9.
got a 9.
I should, I say should, be able to get that on 4 dice.
Yeah.
So I'm
You
gonna,
should, yeah.
I'm going to hit that on 4 dice. And I do.
Yes, you do.
indeed.
That's 7.
11.
11. Beautiful. Okay, so no Van Hels from them, which is a shame, but it is what it is. But I've got zombies here and zombies here, so at least there is that. Let me put them on the table, then we get to fight. Okay, combat time. We're going to start off with these Skeleton Warriors over here, and I'll be going first because I charge, but also I re-rolling hits because of my Staff of Damnation going off and Hellish Vigor, which doesn't hit them, sadly.
So just before we go, I'm going to activate Noggs Banner of Butchery.
Oh.
One of these might die here, but I need to claw back some combat res straight away.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
So +1 attack for all of my orcs in that unit.
Okay. So I'm hitting on 4s, right?
Correct.
And then re-rolling, thanks to Hellish Vigor. And then I'm probably looking for 5s, right?
Good spread. Yeah, 5s.
2. I'll take that.
That's not
I'll
bad.
take 2.
That's not bad.
Yep. -10 to your arm. rusty blade bayonets.
5+ saves.
Got him.
Oh, it's 2 down.
Ah, beautiful. 2 orcs is a beautiful thing. So you fight back.
So I would have had 5 in.
Yes.
But I just only have 3. So
Yep. Including
see
obviously your boss man.
so the boss is 2.
Yep.
And he gets an extra 1 for Noggs Banner of Butchery. And then
This
the
is-
other 2 will get 2 attacks each with their great weapons as well.
So basically, the banner unleashes more attacks, essentially.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
+1 attack for all the orcs in the unit, but 1 use only. So that's expended. I'm just going to, despite the extra point of weapon skill and the extra point of strength, just tie them all into the
Okay,
same. 'Cause
yep.
it's 3's to hit and
Yep.
2's to effectively kill.
Yep. 3's
so-
to hit,
3's to hit.
and that is 3 misses. That's good for me. And then
2's.
2's to kill. Yeah, that's
that
4
is a
dead.
full house.
Light armor, shield does nothing against a great weapon. So 4 dead.
4 dead.
Okay. Right. Combat resolution is as follows. I charged. I had 3 ranks.
You don't get a point for charging. That's in the later edition.
Damn, this is why I get confused with 8. Okay, so I have 3 ranks.
Correct.
I have a banner.
Yes.
I killed 2.
You do.
You killed 4.
And you outnumber as well.
Oh, I outnumber.
Yeah, yeah.
There you go. That's the total then. Then you killed 4.
Yep.
Then you have 1 rank
1 rank.
and a banner.
That is correct.
So you lose by 1.
I lose by 1 point. I lose to a fear-causing enemy,
Oh.
which is an auto break in 6th edition.
It is, however, me and you home rule this.
We do home run list. Yeah.
It's double 1s, insane bravery. That's how it rolls.
Yeah, it can go against it at times, but it's always quite nice narratively, isn't it?
Yeah, I prefer it. I mean, orcs aren't going to run away for the sake of it.
So let's go for clutch double 1.
Boom! I saw the
saw
one for a
one.
second.
saw one.
And you don't have a BSB because you cheaped out on your list.
I did.
Yes. So they are running.
Correct. So what will happen in this scenario?
Yep.
This is a impassable terrain. They will instead run through this gap,
Yes.
which is actually very scary for me
Yes.
because I'm
Oh.
hoping that it doesn't bring you into contact. If
Are
you
they
ever run.
immune to psychology, though? Is that immortals?
They are not
Oh.
in this edition.
Again, in 8th edition.
In 8th edition, yeah.
You can see how it's just a blurred, jumbled mess in my brain between the two. Okay, so talk us through it. What's happening now? 2d6 run?
So 2d6 run.
Yep,
Are you chasing?
of course.
Oh, of course you are. So you chase 2d6.
Yep. So you're running
So I run
11.
11. Yeah.
That's a 7.
7.
Okay. That's not an 11, that's a 7. Okay, so we'll move them through because it's going to get messy on camera. We'll move these guys and then we'll carry on with the rest of the combat and we'll see if there's any, psychology that's needed, etc. And let you know. Right, okay, so that's how it looks once we're all done. And I have the banner. The banner is mine. But there is a rule we double checked. Well, Chris was like, I'm sure there's a ignoring greenskin thing. And you don't care about the greenskins running away.
I ignore greenskin panic.
Yeah, which is lovely.
Black Orcs. So they would have had to have taken a panic test
Yeah.
because a unit within 6 inches broke
Yes.
from combat. But they don't.
They don't.
They ignore greenskin panic.
I like it. But again, the banner is mine. He's now a skeleton look. We've added him onto the ranks of the dead. They should do. There were actually in the Cursed Company. There were some orc skeletons that are pretty cool. But I'd like to see some more variations of different, as in like for the normal undead, rather than trying to pay for the Cursed Company, which is a pretty penny these days. Now, let's go over here for combat. You are going to suffer my wrath, and I'm going to hit you on force. Now, there's no rerolls here. Now you can see how rubbish skeletons are. But there is a wound, my friend. There is a wound.
So these guys have heavy armor, shields, and choppa.
Nice.
But the hand weapon shield combo doesn't work because that's the choppa rule. The choppa gives you +1 strength when you charge in the first round of combat.
Gotcha. Yep.
So they will be rocking up a 4+ armor save as opposed to a 3.
And it's a 5. They love it. Okay, now you're going to punch me back, and it's going to hurt.
I am indeed. Now this does matter for my champion attacking first because he is base strength 5 as opposed to base strength 4.
Okay.
So I'll attack with him first.
Okay.
And he hits on 3s.
Hits on 3s. That's a hit.
And he will wound on 2s.
Kill on 2s, actually.
I'll kill on 2s.
There you go, because they only got light armor and shield. Bam, that is one.
They have a hand weapon as well.
They do have hand weapon.
So that gives you an extra point of armor save in this edition. Yeah, remember, 8th edition was a parry save. That was a 6+ ward.
It was, yes.
But in this edition, it just adds +1 for hand
so
weapon and shield.
So
they have a 4+ armor save
4+.
base.
Wow. So they would get a 6 up in this case.
He would get a 6 up armor save. Yeah.
Oh, I'll roll that again. That was very cocked. Okay, it definitely wanted to be a 1. There we go. He's dead, and he took a zombie with him. So 1 skeleton down. Then we carry on with the other. Is it 4 boys? 5 boys?
So it's it's 4 normal black orcs.
4 normal black orcs.
3s. Oh, would you look at that?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he is strength 4.
Mates of the shaman, I guess.
3s to wound.
No wound.
Yeah. No wound from the normal guys. And then 1 attack from the shaman.
Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see if he's good in fighting. Okay.
He does hit.
He does hit.
He does hit.
And
he is strength 3.
Okay.
So
4s.
I need 4s.
Okay.
He doesn't either.
Okay. So, let's see. Banner. 3 ranks, 3 ranks. I outnumber you. I've got 24. You've got 23.
So you've got 24, and I also have 24.
Oh, do you? So in which case I lose by 1 because the one you killed. Otherwise, we're all the same, right?
Correct.
There you go. So I lost 1 skeleton, and we carry on fighting. So with that, the last combat is some doggos.
Oh, penultimate one.
Oh, of course. Yes, we'll wait for the giant last. The best, of course. 3 dogs. I have Slavering Charge, +1 strength here.
Who do you want to target here? Because you can, if you wish, by a couple of the dogs, you could target the orc bully, or do you want to just go after the goblins, the squishier goblins?
Good question. I guess I'll just do 3. I've got 3 dice and 3 goblins. I'll do the goblins.
Yeah, perfect.
Hitting on 4s.
Now you're hitting on 3s.
3s. Okay, great. 2 hits. And then strength 4, so 3s.
Killing on 3s. That's
2 dead.
2.
Go on, dogs. And now you get to fight back.
So I'll fight back with my orc.
Yes.
He hits on 4s.
With his flamey stick.
He does. He then will wound on 4s.
Okay.
Oh, he does not.
That's a shame. And the little goblin.
The goblin hits on 4s.
Revenge for his friends.
Yeah, here we go. Wins on 4s.
Hey, he's got a dog.
The goblin does it.
Okay. So that's a victory by 1 for me.
Yeah, so again, this is the Albrecht scenario from Outnumber Fear.
Yes.
So our insane
Double ones.
bravery. Our insane bravery.
Oh,
again.
That's close. Yeah. I'm obviously going to chase you down, but do they just get destroyed if they're War Machine, or do you run still?
So I will still run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you'll run 3d6 because of your speed.
Yes.
So my 2d6, which is 4. Can you beat 4 and 3 dice? Yeah.
I just about.
So what's your total?
My total was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect.
10. So we're probably off the board, maybe, or near off the board. We'll move that, and then we'll get on to the big combat. That's coming up next. And it's caught fire. Of course, that's what happens. It was spontaneously combusted as well. I mean, what do you say about these engines of war? They're just covered in paraffin. Yeah. Can you explain yourself, please? Why is your rock lobber on fire?
I feel like spontaneously combusting right now. So
I know, that was brutal. Good for me, though. Good for me. So, now, despite losing lots of models everywhere, I seem to be doing all right now. That's until, obviously, the orcs get properly stuck in. So, last but not least, because we have the Staff of Damnation going off, we have 4 zombies which are fighting. Look at this. Hitting on 4s. Rerolling, thanks to Hellish Vigor's Staff of Damnation goodness. 1 hit. And a big old 6. Oh, I saw it for a second there, but nothing. So
Close.
now do you fall over, because you're still jumping up and down? No, he loves it.
I do not.
And this is where the crush comes. Please be kind.
Looking for big numbers?
6. That's okay.
It's okay.
Just below average.
It's okay.
So here we go.
I need these to pretty much all come into
Yes.
effect here.
So that's
Which
6
they
dead
do?
already. So that's 4, 5, 6. So I've lost by, I outnumber you, and that's it. So I've lost by 5. So another 5 drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down to 2. And that will be the end of them probably in your turn. Unless, the giant falls over. Then, which you probably will now, won't he? Just for hilarity's purposes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the end of my turn. Let's go into the orc turn. Let me have a think, and then we'll do charges and then movement coming up. In the lonely corner, we have 1 charge and 1 charge alone into my stalwart line of zombies. We've got Benny, we've got Bill, we've got Bertie. I'm trying to think of other names beginning with B.
Oh, the pressure.
Belvedere.
Yeah.
We've got Bernard, all from Birkenhoff, and they're going to stand proud. Obviously, I can't react to anything because I'm an undead, and that's what they do. So, fear test. Are you scared, at least, of my 5 zombies?
So strangely, if I feel this, I just stay where I'm at.
You do, yes. You stay with fear. Nah, you're fine.
No, we're good.
They're good. And they are going to be blitzed. Do we even bother rolling for that? Anyway, we'll let you do the rest of the movement, and then we'll carry on for all the other good stuff. Okay, so a quick summary here of the movement. These guys rallied, so they just spin around and do much else. Grimgor's had a little shuffle because he needed to get, obviously, into, facing towards the Skeleton Warriors, who have been massacring so far, killing a whole 2 orcs. And then, of course, anything else could move because anything else is viable to move. It's all in combat. So with that, Mr. Chris, Mr. Wa,
Yeah.
shooting, we have your good old catapult.
I do, yeah. Because there's no magic phase.
Oh, yes, sorry, magic phase. So there is no magic phase. Off camera, basically, we talked because your shaman is in combat.
He is.
Because he couldn't do magic anyway, let's be honest. He's just thankful now that he's doing something else rather than having to cast powers, which he doesn't know.
With his
With his
chopper.
Yeah, his little chopper. So he's fighting over there, which means that he just has the banners to cast. Now I have like 6 dispel dice, which means I would just crush any banners right now. So, yeah, it's a difficult one.
Yeah, I've just opted to keep the bound items in the magic banners. It's getting later on in the game now. They might actually come in quite useful if I find it. But they're very situational, and they were randomized at the start of the game.
Of course, yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to rely on
good old chopper.
Yeah, good old chopper. get Snick and a couple of great axes and a couple of choppers.
Sounds like a plan to me. Now shooting, let's go into the old spear chukka. Are you going to try and skewer kebab the zombies?
Do you know what? I think I will. I could target the grave guard.
Yep.
But the idea of actually potentially getting all 5 of these zombies
fair enough.
is just too good to mess up. So yeah, they're going to hit on 4s.
Okay.
No. Again.
Again.
Too close.
To be fair, we did say they were rubbish, and they're being consistent at least in that.
They are.
With that, then, we're going to go into combat now, which is your favourite phase.
Yes.
So let's get it chopping. Okay, on the one flank, we have these poor zombies. Please, just do what you need to do.
No problem. So I'll start off with the Black Orc
Boss.
big boss.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 attacks. He's got a great weapon as well. So 3 attacks, it's on 3s.
Okay, that's 3.
Full house, and he is strength 7, so he will be crushing those zombies
2s.
on 2s.
Okay, and now there's just 2 little graveyards left. 2 little signposties. Shall I just remove them? What you want?
Yeah, I mean,
there you go. Even in combat res, they are gone. Well, orcs doing what orcs do. Do you want to overrun or anything? Can you overrun?
I am very tempted to overrun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So they are going to overrun.
5. Hey, that'll do it. That'll go forward somewhere. We'll move that in a second. Then let's shoot over to the giant. He gets to fight first now, so he can carry on jumping.
Well, hopefully he doesn't roll a 1 and fall over on the last 2 zombies.
I know, could you imagine?
So anything but a 1.
Oh.
He's okay. He's okay.
Okay. There you go.
So
and
eight strength 6 hits, you could probably just remove them.
They're gone. The zombies are finally finished. The giant has done well. He stamped on a lot of corpses. And last but not least, we have this combat.
We do.
Which is, you going first, right?
Yeah,
your initiative is...
I'm actually initiative, I think I'm initiative 2.
Okay.
Potentially 3 on the shaman.
So the shaman will be going first. I'm initiative 2 as well, though. So same time.
Same time?
Let me just check that. I'm pretty sure I'm initiative 2. I think initiative 1 is that even a thing? Dun, dun, dun.
I think it might be.
Skeletons, initiative 2. Haha, same time.
So we would normally hit at the same time, so it goes back to whoever won the last round of combat.
Which was you.
Which was myself. So
Okay.
I'll strike first, so I'll hit with the shaman first.
Sounds like a plan.
So he hits on 3s,
Okay.
and he will wound on 4s.
And that's a
He gets a
wound.
wound. So
Okay.
better at combat than he is at magic.
He
I would
is.
say. So you get a 4+ armor save.
Oh, you got one. So one more skeleton is slain.
Yeah, destroyed that skeleton with
He
one
did.
of his rhythm sticks.
He just clubbed it to death, enjoying himself. Now, let's go with the rest of the guys.
So I've got effectively 5 in the front rank.
Yep.
What I'll do is I'll just do the 4 normal guys first
Yep,
because
okay.
the boss has an extra pip of strength.
Makes sense.
So normal black orcs are hitting on 3s.
Okay, that's very good.
And they're strength 4, so wounding on
3s. That is 2
that is
wounds.
2. So 2 of those at -1 to your armor save.
5 ups. Oh, same one. Yay. So one skeleton is slain. So I've got... Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I've got my boss
Yeah,
eye
forgot
for
about
his 2 attacks. So he hits
forgot
on
about him.
3s, just the 1 hit. And he has strength 5 base,
Wow.
so he will be wounded on 2s.
Oh, there it is. And that's a 6 for me. No, there's another skeleton on. So I have got my champion, and then I have got one more guy, because you killed 3.
Yeah.
So, hitting on 4s. Got a hit, and got a wound. Come on, get in there.
So 4+ armor save.
And that's a 6. So it's fine. So I lose by, we have the same again of everything, right? 3 ranks, banner, 3 ranks, banner. You outnumber me.
I do.
So I lose by 4 this time, instead of 3, which is the 3 I lost.
Yes.
So 4 more skeletons are slain. I'll need to start buffing them up in my next round, otherwise they're going to crumble. Again, one of the downsides of vampire counts, we are so rubbish in combat, so we just have to keep raising more dead, otherwise it goes very, very quickly. So that's all your combats.
That's all combat. I might be able to chew through this tar pit by turn 24.
I like it. At least you get to chop stuff up a lot.
I do, yeah. That's fun Orc loves
You're
to do.
happy, we're happy. Yeah, well, I'm not happy because you come with Black Coach. So with that, my turn coming up. Okay, charges. I thought long and hard. It's going to be very difficult. And obviously you have to declare them. I don't want to declare them and then fail. So I think this is not possible because I have to wheel around. This one is very difficult. Can't get into there. Obviously facing the wrong way this way. And these guys are just going to get mulched. So what I'm going to plan to do, I'll move this as a full pivot. So I'm in the center and pivot that way, and then try and Van Hell's Dance Macabre into them. And then I'm going to charge here. Now, I could just hold back and let you charge because it doesn't really make much of a difference, I guess, because you're going to blitz me either way. But people want to see Grimgor fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, people want to see Grimgor
want to see
action.
Grimgor fight.
Yeah, exactly. So just for you, I'm charging them, the skeleton warriors. You can chop them up to your heart's desire. And we're going to get into the movement. First of all, you're not immune to psychology, but you do have hatred. We just double-checked, triple-checked. So please, maybe run away. That'd be hilarious.
Here we go.
Nah, you're fine.
No, they are good.
They're good. So we'll get those in, and we'll get to movement coming up next. So here we are, end of the movement phase, and as you can see, it's all to play for, really. Like, not much has died. Everything's just kind of like shuffled around the board for a little bit. I need to put some impact against you, because other than, I think, a chariot running away and your rock lobber, that's all I've done, which is not good. It's not good in terms of victory for the battle. Not great.
It's holding out quite well.
Yeah. So what I need to do is get stuck in here, which is a really big thing. And I need to hold the line against the immortulz, which is going to be a tough ask. So first things first, let's start off with the one, the only, Les Van Haal's Dance Macabre with 5 dice. It's risky.
Going for the big one?
Yeah, risky business. I need to get in there. Oh, so I didn't miscast, but that's not a great roll. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 on the dice.
13.
13 on the dice.
So here's I could do 5 dice and that just leaves me with 1.
Yes.
But if I can get it on 4, I might be able to stop at least one of the invocation of the hex. So
Yes, true.
one of the raised deads. So what did you get? 12?
I got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in
13.
total.
No, I think it's quite pivotal because actually if you get a flying charge in there, that unit is wiped out. And it's got a hero in there as well. So I'm going to go with 5 dice, hope for no double ones. So
Big moment,
against the
big
13.
moment. Oh, you smashed it, absolutely crushed it. There is no Van Hells there. Now, I will do my Staff of Damnation because I can. Does it break? It does break. No more Staff of Damnations going off. But would you like that to go off?
Well, I've got 1 dice, so I don't think I'm going to be able to beat any of your other spells.
True.
Just the single dice, so I might as well give this a go. So I need a 4 up. No, it goes off.
Ah, nice. Okay, so within 12, everyone is going to be at least doing some rerolls and some fighting first. Now I need to quickly check on my list. Does anyone else have Van Hells? We've got the Necromancer with Flames has Van Hells. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. So let me quickly read this. Spell cast a friendly undead unit that is within 18 and which is not already engaged in close combat. You can immediately make a move. Okay, so I can just I can just pick a unit with 18. I'm going to try it again with him. Can I do that? Yes.
Yeah.
Just checking. I don't want to cheat you, my friend. No. But I need this to go off. Yeah. And it's a 9 to cast. I'm going to use 4 dice.
Okay. I'm looking for a double 1 because I have got nothing to stop this.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it goes off.
We are in. Let's do it on camera. Can you check if they are at 8 inches or not?
No.
Oh, yes, with some as well. Kindly move them in, please, sir. Do it real slow. Real slow. That's it. That's what the people want to see. Yeah, that's it. Get it in there. Oh, yeah. Okay. So basically, we are. I'm trying to think these things through. So here, we're in combat, obviously now, which is good. If this unit breaks, then I have zombies as a redundancy to a degree to slow down the Black Orc advance. The giant is going to do the giant thing and probably smush up more zombies, which is okay for me. So I've got my 2 dice left. I'm going to decide invocation from the Flaming Necromancer into this squad, because if this flank breaks, then I've got all exposure across this side, which is not good. So we're going to go for the 7 to cast, which is a little bit cheeky, but nope, we didn't get it. We would have got 3, but alas, I was greedy. There we are. So that is all of the magic phase. Let's get stuck into combat, and this one's going to be quite interesting because I am going first, re-rolling all hits thanks to the Staff of Damnation. Oh dear. Okay, here we go. So we have the Banner of the Barrows, of course. Why wouldn't you? You'd never leave home without the Banner of Barrows. Now, the White Lord gets affected by that because he does, and he is got 3 attacks, and he's hitting on 3s thanks to the Banner. And he's re-rolling thanks to the Staff of Damnation's Hellish Vigor. So all hit. Now he's strength with Sword of Might. He's strength 5 at the moment.
Okay, 3s to wound.
3s to wound. Okay. Oh. So he didn't like that. Just a little tickle on the flank. Now we have the rest. To point out, my Master Necromancer is ethereal, but he also has the Cloak of Mist and Shadows, which makes him ethereal, but he can't fight. He just floats around.
Got a wand.
Yeah, he's got a wand. What's he going to do with his wand? He's got his broken staff now. So we've got the Grave Guard hitting on 3s with a roll of a reroll. And now we're looking for 3s to wound here because they're strength 5 as well with the halberds. There you go. 4 wounds at strength 5. So I guess your orcs have shields and whatnot?
Yeah, so heavy armor shield gives me a 4-up armor save. Yep. So -2 because you're strength 5.
6s.
And it brings me to 6s.
6s.
No, that is a full house of 4, sir.
Boom! Slain across the flank. So no fighting back, because I've just butchered the 4 that are on the side. Which, it's one of the things in 6th edition kind of I would change, because there's oppressive combat, right? Like, your guys fight my guys. It's not just square fighting one another. It's like Braveheart style, right? They're all just getting stuck in. So, yeah, anyway, it is what it is. Let's see what the old world brings, because that'll be interesting. Now, with that, let's work out some combat res. Because I've killed 4, which is really nice. I have a flank charge.
You do.
I have a banner. You...
And you have 2 ranks.
And I have 2 ranks. Then you, my friend, have... Oh, do you get rank bonuses on the flank?
So I don't, because your unit strength's big enough to negate my ranks.
Yes.
So actually, all I have here is...
A banner.
Yeah, is a banner. Who outnumbers? Let's see, 3 ranks, 5.
I've got 15, 16, 17. You've got 16.
And I've got 16. So again, we're back to the scenario of outnumber. I lost combat.
Yep.
You outnumber me by 1.
Yep.
And you cause fear. So I will be running,
Oof.
unless I can roll our house rule.
Yes.
A double 1.
Come on, double 1s. Game changers. That's an 8.
That's an 8.
Now.
Are you chasing?
Which way are you running?
So I will be running through the wood.
Oh, okay. In which case, I kind of have to. I have to chase. Try and cut them down. So you go first. Let's add a little bit.
Can you beat a 2?
That's a 5. Wow. Okay, they're done. Chopped to pieces, including the war boss. That's a big swing for the vampire counts. It was looking a bit worrying until then. We'll see. Yeah.
It's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. We'll let you put them away slowly, and we'll get back to fighting coming up. Okay, so there's a question for you. Now, it's any unit within 12 that gets the Van Hells, but now he's out of 12 for sure.
Okay, yeah.
So, did they no longer get, or did they get during the magic phase? Let me quickly check what the Staff of Damnation says. The bearer releases the power of the staff once each magic phase. All undead units within 12 are affected by hellish vigor. So they were within 12 during that affected by it. So I imagine they still have it.
Let's go with it anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not, but
Comment below. Let us know what you think. But I would imagine they do because you get it pulses out, it hits all units, and then they carry on doing it. It's not saying they have to stay within 12.
I'm happy for that.
Okay.
For that to go through.
So we've got 5 guys in front plus 1 with the champion fighting. We are hitting on maybe not 4s. What's your weapon skill? The immortulz?
Well, actually, I'm just thinking now. Grimgor Ironhide has always strikes first as well.
Oh, how does that work? I think Hellish Vigor trumps that, right? Target 1 unit within 18 and which in close combat. The next combat phase, all models in the attack unit fight first, even if they have been charged, armed with great weapons, and so on. Even zombies as the only exception to the brain dead rule. So it's a good question.
So maybe you just go to your initiative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is true.
What's your initiative?
Oh, initiative 2. Oh,
Initiative
I mean, Grimgor's probably higher, let's be honest.
He's initiative 5.
Yeah, okay, let's do Grimgor first then, because if we both go strike first, then I imagine elf-wise. And comment below if it's otherwise. Like I said, we are rusty in all this. So
he's got 5 attacks.
I was going to kill him as well, so you're lucky you get to play with him.
So he's got 5 attacks. He is hitting on 3s.
Hit on 3s.
But he
hates everything. He hates skeletons. He hates everything.
Still misses with 1. He is strength 7.
So he's just smushing on. So that's 3 dead.
So 3 dead skeletons.
Right. So we've got the captain, and we've got 1 more fighting that survived. So we're hitting on 4s. Reroll for Hellish Vigor. Ooh, nice. And then toughness for your immortulz.
4.
5s to wound. Nothing. So I just lost how many? 4?
So you've lost 3 at the moment.
3.
Yep.
And now you've got the rest of your guys to do your thing. I'm going to put that orc here for a second.
So I'll do the orc boss first. So he has 2 attacks.
Yep.
But for these additional chopper, he gets +1. So he's got 3
I feel
attacks.
like this was a mistake.
I think the bodyguard also hate your skill.
Yes, they do. Everyone hates them.
So 3s to hit, re-rolling,
Re-rolling.
thankfully. So that is a full house from the boss.
Okay.
And he is strength 5, so he is wounding on 2s.
That is 3 dead.
Well, it's -2 to
Oh.
the armor save.
So 3 6s. Have you ever seen 3 6s? Oh, you saw 1 6.
Not 1.
Woo! So 2 more dead. Oof.
And then we have
Bloodthirsty.
got 2 more black orcs.
Yep.
2 more immortals with their dual choppers.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
Re-rolling because they hate everyone.
They hate everyone.
They hate everyone. And they're strength 4 though, so 3s to wound.
3s to wound.
Just
Just
the 1.
1.
And that is a 5-up armor save.
5 up? No. 1 more dead. The one that thought he survived got clipped. Right. Okay. So let's work this out. Banner. And then I had 3 ranks. I did nothing else. I still outnumber you?
You still outnumber. Yeah.
Woo. Okay, 5. You killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1. So I lose.
Well, it's 6. So I've killed 5.
Oh, and a banner.
I've killed 6, sorry. I have a banner that's 7.
Yep.
I have a rank that's 8. And because Grimgor's surviving with his immortulz, he gets +2.
Oh.
So I'm sitting on 10 against your 5.
So I lose 5 in
You
total.
lose 5.
Bam, look at that. Taken off, slaughtered. But they hold, but not for very long because it's your turn next. I still got this banner though, so in your face. And then, that's all the combats. Do we do that one?
We have not done
We've done that one, so just this one left coming up. Okay, carrying on fighting here. So you get to go first.
Yeah, so the Orc shaman
Yeah.
hits on 3s and wounds on 4s.
His name is Kevin.
Kevin the
Yeah,
shaman.
Kevin the shaman. And
Well-
Kevin is, he's not having a great day. But yeah, look, we all have bad days in work. Don't blame Kevin. Now,
The Orc boss.
The Orc boss.
Gets 2 attacks, hits on 3s.
that's a hit. One
the
hit. And,
Wounds on 2s.
ooh, and that's strength.
That's strength 5.
So 6. No, 1 skeleton dead so far. And now the rest of your orc friends.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 normal orcs. They are hitting on 3s.
Nothing normal about those orcs. Wow. Okay. And then,
And they are wounding on 3s because they're strength 4.
Ooh.
So 3 wounds at -1.
5 ups here.
Oh!
Oh!
Wow.
So I've got my champion, and I've got 1, 2, 3 left. So because it's 4, then it's 4, and then 5. There's 1 is killed. So we're hitting on 4s. Get in, boys. And then we're looking for 5s, unfortunately, because you are tougher than me. Your toughness is 4.
Toughness is 4.
Oh, what is going on?
Oh, well, I have to match this now.
Yeah, you do, you do.
Big expectations here. So 4 up armor saves because
Yep.
you've got heavy armor and shields.
2 dead.
2 go down.
Look at that.
There you go.
Okay,
Don't underestimate skeletons.
look at that. I told you they're rubbish. I lied. So, end of combat. I had 2 ranks. You don't count the first rank? No, you do.
You don't count
You
the
do. I didn't think so. So, 2 ranks, a banner, and I killed 2. You killed 1.
Yep.
You have 3 ranks,
Yep.
and you have a banner, and you outnumber me.
Correct.
So I lose by 1. So 1 skeleton is slain, but they held on. That was pretty good. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so that's all the combat done. Let's go into your turn 4. Coming up next. Okay, charges. We have 2, which I was a bit surprised at. First of all, the giant, which nothing I can do there. He's in. Welcome, Mr. Giant, to the gang.
We move him in now?
Yeah, move him in now.
move
Let's
him
do it. Live action. Oh, yes. Okay. Then, over here, we're actually, the crew is charging my dogs. So, I didn't know that was a thing. I'm told, check the rulebook, which I don't want to. It's too big. Too many words in it. So, I'm just letting him do it. So, we're charging the crew into the dogs. Do they make it?
So
Fear test first.
Fear test?
Yes.
Fear test on a leadership 9.
And they're fine.
They do indeed.
They love it. So, they're in. I'm pretty sure that's not a... Yeah.
They are actually just within
Okay,
range.
we like that. We'll get them stuck in. There's no, I won't do anything else movement-wise because everything else is in combat. So we're going to stay put with the big unit behind because they just have to wait until their turn, basically. So with that, we'll go into, do you have any magic even?
So I do have magic, but none of it really can
Do anything.
Can't really go off, so I'm just going to bypass the magic phase.
Straight into shooting.
Which
You can't do because the crew have
the
left.
crew have disappeared.
Typical
But
orc.
none of this. They missed twice now in a row.
Yeah.
So they might as well get
Just
stuck in
get stuck
combat.
in combat. They love it. Just have a scrap over the other side. I really like it. So come straight to fighting. Coming up next. Okay, here we go. Combat starting over here with the one orc and his 3 little goblin buddies. So let's roll.
So 3 goblins going to fight against your dogs. So
Yep.
hitting on 4s.
Hit on 4s.
None.
Okay, good start.
And the orc is hitting on 4s.
Okay, that's a hit.
He is armed with a choppa.
Nice.
So
Strength 4.
he's strength 4 now on the charge.
Nice.
That is 1 dog down.
Kill the dog. So I've got 3 dogs left. Hitting on 4s. I've got goblins, of course. Wounding on 3s. No, what's it? Toughness 2?
Their toughness 3, so you're wounded on 4s.
Wow, 4s. 1. And so we just sit there.
So it's
It's a draw in all its forms.
well, actually, so you outnumber me because your unit strength is 2 per dog.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You've got unit strength 6, and I've got unit strength 3.
I didn't know that. I just put model per model.
So you outnumber,
Yep.
despite skin 1, and you cause fear.
Yes, I do.
So it was a bit of a punt. You
Yeah.
know, you would have charged in against me anyway.
Yes.
So I might as well have
Giving it a
attempted
go. I like that. It's very orky of you. So double ones.
And the poor goblins were just dragged along.
Yes, yeah.
So double 1? No.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to flee 2d6, you flee 3d6. Or
I didn't go very far. I've gone 6, 7.
Oh, and I have gone 8.
Nice.
So I am 1 inch
Look at that.
farther than you.
Very, very nice. I like that. I like it a lot. Keeps things interesting. The dogs are doing what they do. I underestimate the dogs, actually. They've done pretty good, that squad over there. Right. Now, next regiment up for fighting is going to be... Dun, dun, dun.
The Black Orcs
Uh-oh.
against your skeletons.
Okay, grab some dice and we'll carry on fighting. Okay, here we are. Orcs, orcs, orcs. Just same as again.
Kevin?
Kevin's getting stuck in.
Kevin's going to hit you with his beat stick.
Okay.
So he does indeed hit. And 4 to wound.
Oh, go on, Kevin. He's got his first kill.
He's got. Well, that's
that.
his second kill.
Is this? No, is it?
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it is. Okay, I'll give him 2. 1 for each of his clubs.
The big boss now is going to hit.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s.
Ouch.
That's 2 hits, and he has strength 5, so
Yep.
this is wounding on 2s.
1
Just the 1.
on a 6. Cool. That was a 2. So another one dead. You pop one away for me. Another skeleton warrior slain.
And 4 orcs left now.
Yeah.
So your standard black orc hitting on 3s. 2 hits.
Okay.
And wounding on 3s because they are strength 4. None.
Wow.
No.
So I get a champ and 2 more because you killed. Yeah, you killed 2 out of the 5 that are in front.
Oh.
Look at that. 4s. Oh, 5s.
Wow.
Get in.
Who needs Staff of Damnation?
Look at
So
this.
again, 4+ armor save. Oh, and
2
again 2.
dead.
There you go.
Okay, but you've got 2 ranks. I had 2 ranks. Banner, killed the same.
I actually, yeah, so I had 3 ranks.
Oh, sorry,
one,
you're
2,
3.
3, banner 4, 5 for outnumber, 6, 7. You have 2 ranks
Yep,
and a banner and 2 kills.
So 5, so I lost by
you
2.
by 2.
2 more skeleton slain, but the 10 brave warriors, I say they're brave, they don't even know what day it is. But still, we'll go into the immortulz and the last bit of combat coming up. Oh wait, no, and the giant. So he's gleefully looking through the book right now because...
I want to pick up your Necromancer.
Eat
I
him.
stuff him down my pants. So, yeah.
Hey, look, whatever you get to on the weekend, buddy. So let's roll dice to see what happens. You know what's going to happen.
What does the giant do?
The giant does a 3.
Oh, he picks up hand.
Oh, he picks up and...
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So, what does he do? The giant stoops down, selects a model, the giant's player's choice.
Of course.
I think I'm going to pick
Yeah.
your Necromancer.
Funny that.
And let's see what I do with him. So a 2. So what I would do is throw him back into combat.
Okay.
However, you actually get a chance to evade my grasp.
Okay, I like this.
So what you need to do is you make a single attack
Okay.
to try and fend off the giant's clumsy hand. If it hits
No.
and wounds, okay, perfect.
Because your weapon skill 3?
I am weapon skill 3.
Yeah, so you use 4s.
So throw back in combat. The victim is hurled back into his own unit like a living missile.
Okay.
This causes a wound on the victim with no saves of any kind allowed.
Wow.
And D6 strength 3 hits on the unit.
Okay.
So D6 strength 3 hits on the unit.
You can reroll that. Don't worry, it's a bit
I'll
cocked.
reroll that. Oh, thanks. Strength 3,
Yeah.
4s to wound.
Okay.
No, so, yeah.
Just 1 wound on my Necromancer, basically. You picked him up, hurled him a little bit, and he was like, ow. Okay, what's that about?
There were better outcomes.
Yeah, yeah. Much better outcomes. So, in that case, I have got 3 normal zombies, and then I presume the Necromancer can fight even again? Or was that my chance of earlier?
Do you know something? I don't see why not.
Okay, we'll do the Necromancer
see
first.
why.
I mean, he's not exactly threatening. That's a hit. He's not exactly threatening. That's not a wound. Oh, I thought I was going to shove it in your face then. Then we got 3 zombies doing what they do best. 2 hits and... Oh, it was a 6 for a second there. Nothing. So you did a wound. I have lots of ranks and a banner.
Yep. So you would win the combat.
Yes.
Outnumber fear doesn't come into effect because I cause fear.
Yes,
and terror.
cause fear, yeah.
However, I still have lost combat.
Ah.
But I'm stubborn on leadership 10.
Yes.
So
I remember this from before.
So leadership 10.
He's fine with an 8.
He is great.
He is great. Okay, last but not least, the immortulz coming up. Okay, combat now with the immortulz. So start off with obviously Grimgor.
Grimgor.
Everyone's favourite.
So Grimgor always strikes first, and he is hitting on 3s.
Okay.
So it is 4 hits. Obviously, despite them hating everybody, he
Yes.
is only the first round of combat.
It is, yes.
He is still strength 7, so 2s turn those skeletons to dust.
4 skeletons to mush. I have 1 skeleton left so far to fight, if he can carry on.
Yeah. So we'll just keep this as a tally.
Yes. Thanks for that.
The orc boss,
Yes.
who has 3 attacks, hits on 3s. Just the 1 hit, but he is strength 5, so that's 2s to wound.
Okay.
But you do get a 6-up save off that.
Hoya! Hey!
Oh,
Look at that. Next.
So just 2 standard immortulz,
Yep.
who hit on 3s,
Lovely. 3 hits
and wound on 3s also.
and 3 wounds. And that is
These are at -1, so you get 5 plus.
5 plus. So I saved just 1. So 6 dead in total. If you could take those 6 off for me, I'll put them in a pile.
Of course.
And then we'll do a little bit of combat res. So, because I think it's all crumbled, right? I've only got 4 left. I did no damage back. We both have banners. We both had a rank. You outnumber me. So, yeah, they're gone.
I actually think your champion, because I never specifically targeted your champion, so he probably does get to attack.
Is that true?
I think so.
Okay.
Actually. Let's
Look,
roll
I'll take
with
it.
me.
It's a hit and strength 3, not a wound. So now they're all crumbled. Now they're all gone. So I'll remove those in a moment. That's the end of the combat and the end of your turn. We're going to turn 5 now. Oof, getting dicey.
5, yeah. Interesting.
Okay, turn 5 charges to Claire. I've only got 1 charge, and that is over here, which is, of course, the dogs into the back of those running orc boy and pals. So carry on running.
I will flee 7 inches.
7 inches.
So you do catch them.
Oh, beautiful. There you go, chopped to pieces. Now, in terms of movement, I will just do a quick, I'm basically going to spin these guys, and I'm going to spin them, so that's pretty much it. And I'll slightly move those, because it's all down to the magic phase then. So you'll see that in just a second, coming up. So, yes, nice and simple, spun round, and spun slightly. Dogs have moved over okay after their charge. Now we're into the magic phase, and we've got a whole bunch of dice. There's not too much to do. There's not too much to do. So what we're going to start off with, we're going to 3 dice from this old wizard here of the Dark Arts. We're going to invocate this squad right here. 7 plus to cast. Okay. So, that's a fail.
Oh, that's a miscast.
That's a miscast.
That's a miscast.
That's not great. So, get the miscast table of doom, and let us begin. Let us begin.
So, it is a 2d6.
To be fair, I've done a lot of casting, and this hasn't come up much. So I can't grumble. I got a 7. Oh, is that an explosion one, where I just kill some zombies? We'll find out.
You got a 7?
I got a 7.
You got a 7.
I got a 7.
The caster loses control of his spell.
Yep.
And struggles to keep the magical energies in check.
Oh.
He cannot cast any more spells in this magic phase. So it's not too bad.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. So 3 dice down, and he can't cast anymore. He didn't need to do anything anyway, so that's not too bad. What we're going to do now is the main guy himself, the Dark Cardinal, is going to 4 dice invocation into that zombie unit to make a big old zombie unit.
Okay.
Here we go. That goes off. Would you like to stop that? That is 9, 10, 11, 12. It's not great.
This is 3d6 plus 4?
It's 3d6 plus 4. 3d6 plus 4 of the guys.
And you've got 3 dice left.
I have 3 dice left. And I obviously do have Curse of Years in my repertoire.
Okay. Yeah. Let's go with 4 dice to.
And I also have another Invocate, of course. Yeah. Just to like, full transparency.
I'm gonna go all dice.
All right, all dice.
All dice to spell. Oh, I got a double 1.
Yes.
So there's 3. Yeah, there you go.
Beautiful. So that's 3d6 plus 4.
Oh my.
Look at him. More dead. I do want to try and start like a zombie fund so I can try and like create an all zombie army, which I've got like 60 plus zombies, I think, probably more. Like some battered ones I'll need to like really do some repair jobs on, etc. eBay rescues kind of thing. I want to get like 200.
Yeah, I mean, you just raised, what, 22?
Yeah.
And you took the liberty of counting every single one
yeah.
as you placed it on the table. Yeah.
I enjoyed every single second. It's my favorite part of the game. I just like raising the dead. So with that, we're going to do my last 3 dice. I am not risking that not being 18 inches to save them. It might be, guys. I mean, look, 24 was what, from here to here? So like it could be 18. But if I cast it and I can't get there, then I'm in trouble. Now, I know what you're saying. I could just summon another barrier to have under there.
Yeah.
But that's a bit dirty. I mean, like, you know, like I'd be doing that a lot anyway, because if I didn't, this game would be done by turn 2. But that being said, yeah, I can't, you know, yeah, it's a tough one. So I'm just going to do the fun thing, which is Curse of Years onto the Immortulz.
Oh, interesting.
I need a 10 from him. Curse of Years. That's 8, 9. Ooh. 1 under. You're very lucky, because they'll start crumbling and getting old.
It's a curse of months, isn't
Indeed.
it? Yeah.
So just combat left, and that's coming up. Okay, combat, giant time. Let's see what the giant does.
So does he pick up again?
Yes, does he pick up again? There's a 4.
A 4. So this time he swings with his club.
Okay, cool.
So swing with club.
Is that D6?
I think it. Yeah,
I think it's D6. If I remember rightly from our previous skirmishes.
So it's D6, strength 6 hits.
Okay. 2.
Just 2.
Okay, that'll do.
It's probably enough to just.
And that's
squash
2. Yeah, 2 zombies are squashed.
Yeah, it's distributed as shooting, which is why I couldn't target the Necromancer.
Oh, I see. Fair enough. So Necromancer fighting. Doesn't do anything. And then we have 1 zombie that is in base contact, which is a hit, and he is 6. Nothing. So I had 3 ranks and a banner. I outnumber you. You don't care about number, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, correct.
Either way, you lost.
I got severe. So I'm stubborn on leadership 10.
Exactly. Stubborn leadership 10. 9.
Very close.
He's never run away, though.
He's just sort of teetering on the edge of bravery, isn't he?
Yeah, he's getting a bit sick of stamping on zombies, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then over here, so just do what you got to do. I just hope that Kevin and the boys can not perform too well, and then my Skeleton Warriors can hold the line.
Yeah. So let's go. Kevin and his rhythm stick.
His deed. Okay.
Misses.
Classic.
Yeah,
no rhythm in Kevin. Zero rhythm in that guy.
The Orc boss.
Orc boss.
So
just the one.
1 hit and wounds on 2s.
Okay. 6. Nope. So 1 skeleton dead so far. Okay. Carry on.
So 4 standard black orcs.
For the black orcs.
Hitting on 3s. They have paper choppas.
They do.
And winning on 3s.
So just 1 with a 5 up, is it?
A 5 up save against it, yeah.
Hey! We only lost 1, which means we've got 3 normal guys, and then we've got the champion. And then we're looking at 4. Oh my word. And then we're looking at 5s for 1.
For 1. So 4 up armor save for the black orc. No.
We got him. I still think I lose combat, but by less. Well done. Well done. So you have 2 ranks.
2 ranks.
I had 1. So I kill 1, you kill 1. So all in all, you outnumber me and have an extra rank. So I lose by 2. Is that right? Would you count that?
Yep. So
beautiful.
2 ranks, banner, white number, and a kill.
Yep.
You have a kill, a rank, and a banner.
Perfect. Look at that. Math. Math, math, math. That's all we're doing at the end of the day, which is strange because I hate math. So, because I'm no good at it. Now, let's go into, this is your turn 5 now.
It is.
Big stuff. Big stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, turn 5 for the Ard Boys. And as you can imagine, as the game is getting near the end, we have, of course, just the 1 charge with the Immortulz into my zombie horde at this stage. Quite the horde indeed. Just a fear test, my friend.
Just a fear test.
Just a cheeky old fear test, which you're fine. You love it. So they get stuck in. There's no other movement because those Black Orcs are just waiting in the wing after running before. And yeah, that's it. So in they go. There's any magic banners? nonsense?
No magic banish.
Nope.
Just what I'd quite like to do before the end of the movement phase is probably just reform this unit.
Oh, forget the doggos.
Just in case they would turn around
That makes sense.
in the next turn.
I like your thought process. So with that, no magic because again he's got a magic missile. The banners are no use right now. Shooting, everything is gone. Actually, put some fire on the other one. I think your other war machine has caught fire. Just flammable everywhere. Look at that. Look at that. Shocking. So combat over here starting, and we are gonna get stuck in. We get stuck in here. Let's start.
Let's go.
Yep.
Kevin.
Kevin.
He hits.
Yes, he does.
And he does not win.
Kevin.
He's hot or cold?
Yeah, hot and cold, hot and cold. I don't know where he was hot, but okay.
The boss so hits on 3s.
Yep, hits on 3s.
And he wins on 2s. So that is 2 wins at -2.
2 wins at -2.
Wow.
Wow.
There we go.
I didn't expect that.
There we go. That's how it's going to be. And then I have 4 normal attacks with Black Orcs with Choppas, so hits on 3s.
Okay.
That's 3 hits.
Yep.
And they are wounding on 3s because they're strength 4. So 2 wins with 5 up armor.
5 ups. No, 2 dead. So that leaves me with the champ and the one other guy and one other guy. So there's 3 of them. 4s and 5s. No, nothing. I think so. You killed 2. Right, just work it out. You've killed 2. You outnumber me. You have a banner, and you have 2 ranks.
Yeah.
Then I have a banner.
Correct.
So I lose by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that is everyone. So they are crumbled. That's big because that's a lot of points that goes in the pot of prizes for who wins this game. Let's carry on with some more combat.
Let's carry on. Let's go with the giant.
Yeah, let's see what he does. Grab the book, and we'll get to see what's going on. Okay, we got the giant. Let's see what he can do.
So can he? Oh, he picks up and.
Oh, picks up and grab the book, and we shall see what he does. So he's going to pick him. Before that, I'm going to see if I can fight back. I don't. So eat the Necromancer. What happens?
So he's picked up the Necromancer and
ooh,
5. He's eaten him.
He's eating him.
He's eating him.
He's eating the Necromancer. What a way to go. Just gobbled up by a giant. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's made me smile.
Good. I'm glad you've eaten the Necromancer today. Now let's go on to the immortulz and see how many they can butcher. Immortal time. Here we go. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Let's see how much Grimgor can chop.
Cool. So fresh round of combat.
Yes.
And they have hatred.
They do have hatred.
So Grimgor is 5 attacks.
5 attacks.
Hits on 3s. Full house.
Wow, he loves it.
And 2s to wound. He drops 2.
Ooh, 3 are slain so far. I will keep a little tally here to make life easier.
The Black Orc Immortal boss.
Yes.
He's with his additional chopper.
He's doing some chopping.
So again, full house, no reroll needed for hatred.
He loves it.
And he has strength 5, so 2s.
That is okay. That's 3 more dead. So that's 6 in total. And then
we've got the 3 normal immortals with their dual choppers.
So many attacks.
Hits on 3s.
And they reroll because they hate me.
Have hatred.
Okay, let's drop 1.
Drop them. And these are strength 4, so 3s to kill this time. But that's actually a full house. That's quite good.
How many more is that? 5 more. Wow. Okay, let's work this out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dead from Grimgor and the other guy, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dead from the others. So I had 3 ranks. Well, let's do all that, right? That's all your kills, and then you've got a banner and a rank. Yep.
And I have got the +2 for Grimgor and his,
and you got +2
unit. Yep.
So I have had 3 ranks and a banner, and I still outnumber you. So I lost another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But we still hold, which is important. Which is important in some ways. Oof.
And it's worth pointing out that this was a summoned unit. So I'm not getting points for everything that I'm killing right now.
True. Although you might get points. I think it might say in the rules. We'll have to check. You might get points for it. But yes, if you don't kill the unit, you certainly don't get points. Now, with that, we'll go on to my turn 6.
Yep.
We might do a little roundup now because I think it's probably game. Let's have a little chat about it. This is super intense. This is super close. I'm super nervous because there are a lot of points in it. I think he might have the advantage here, but I do have some, I've got a big unit of Black Orcs down. I've got the 2 war machines. I've got some other bits and pieces, I think. Anyway, we'll see. So, all comes down to this. My turn 6, I'm not going to move anywhere. I literally shuffled slightly with them, but the point is that I want to try and buff this unit.
Yes.
If I can buff that unit in Magic, then it's pretty much done because you're just going to slay more zombies, and that'll be that, I think. And now you do have your Magic Banner to do a Magic Charge and all that kind of stuff, so what I could actually do is just buff them up and then roadblock them with some more zombies behind them, which is annoying, but I don't want you to come and charge my Graveguard and chop them to pieces because the immortulz are terrifying. Yeah. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to start with this guy, and we're going to 3 dice a Invocation. Okay, that is irresistible.
Ooh.
Wow.
There we go.
Yeah. So that is that within 18? It should be. Can you check for me?
Yep.
And then we're going to do a beautiful, easy 2d6 plus d3. So that's 5. Sorry, plus d3. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8 more zombies back there. Then that was with 3 dice. Then we're going to 5 dice more zombies with the main Necromancer. Oh,
it's a miscast.
This is big. This is big. Oh, no.
So it is a 2d6 table.
No. A 9.
9. Do you know something? I don't think 9 is too bad.
Okay.
I think he's
okay.
He's probably
all right. Okay. Yeah, 4 is bad, right? I think 4 is bad.
So 9 is a massive vortex of power, drains away the sorcerer's energy. Any remaining power dice held by the player are removed and the magic phase ends.
I don't get...
Actually, that is quite bad.
Yes, because that's it. I don't get any other nonsense. Okay, I'll put my 8 zombies down, and that's my turn, and you get to fight them. So this could be this could be big.
Could be. It could be.
Combat, and here we are with the giant. So what does he do? Let's begin. Let's roll that dice. He's already eaten the Necromancer. I'm pretty sure that's not a good meal. 4, swing with the club.
So this is his D6 strength 6 hits on the unit.
Boom. 5.
So he gets 5.
Okay.
And it's just 2s.
So that's 4 dead.
4 dead.
1, 2, 3, 4 dead. So that's the ones that couldn't fight back. You killed 4. I have 3 ranks in a banner. So we're just sitting there.
And outnumber, yeah.
Oh, outnumber.
Yeah.
So
you got a musician.
I do have a musician.
You do. So actually, you win combat.
Yes.
So I will take my leadership 10.
Okay. Again.
9. Yeah,
Stop it. Stop flirting with me. Now this one. Okay. You do your thing.
Okay.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Grimgor.
Let's do it.
Grimgor. No, they don't have hit.
Yeah, they don't, which is better.
So 3s to hit.
3s to hit.
Oh,
drops 2. I'll take that.
And 2s to kill from Grimgor. And he drops 2
more. Just 1 zombie left. 1 zombie killed, sorry. So now on to the boss.
So the boss, who has 3 attacks.
Hits on 3s.
Hits on 3s.
2 of them. And then wounds on something.
Yep. So that's 2 more.
2 more. Okay.
And now we've got the 3
orcs.
3 normal.
3 normals.
With 2-hand weapons or 2 Choppas.
Yes.
So they fare better.
Much
they
better.
Just drop 1. They are strength 4, however.
So 3s now.
So we went in on 3s.
So 3 more. Wow. Okay. So we've got. I had a rank and outnumber. I don't outnumber anymore, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't outnumber anymore. So I had a rank.
Okay.
And you did how many wounds? This many? 6.
So I done 6 wounds.
And you have a banner.
A banner, a rank.
Yep.
And 2 more.
2 more. So that counts as how many?
So that counts as 5, 10.
So that's enough to take out the unit. That's big. So the zombies crumble, and now we go into your turn 6 to see what's going to happen. Okay, turn 6 is only one thing to be doing, and that is Grimgor is actually going to charge those zombies because I think he wants the banner. I think he wants the dead. So they're in. You can't not get them in, but they are afraid.
So fear test.
They're fine. They love it. So we'll get them in, and I'm assuming then Grimgor can fight. Dink. Yeah, he's in. He loves it. So with that, I mean, do you want to see what the giant does?
Yeah, I think for fun factor, these guys are probably probably done now. So for fun factor, we'll see what the giant
Yeah.
does, and then we'll probably call it after.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see what the giant does coming up. Giant, what is he doing?
Here we go.
He's doing a swing with club.
So another swing with club.
Cheeky.
Not that entertaining, but we'll
3.
do. And it's two strings. So,
So 2, he's killed 2. And then Grimgor's going to kill how many? Let's do Grimgor.
okay.
Let's just finish him off.
So
You want to kill zombies, I understand.
Grimgor.
He has hatred.
Rolls. So
Okay.
It's a full house from Grimgor.
That's full house from Grimgor. And then
He actually
3.
got 2, so 3.
He kills 3 there. And then you've got 1 orc.
I do have one more orc, and I think with combat resolution now,
That'll be that.
Yeah, they're all disappearing.
Into the grave they go once more, happy probably that they don't have to be animated by the dead. And that is the game. Who wins? I don't know. I got a feeling it's you, but we'll talk about it in the ending conclusion coming up. There it is, end of the game, and a victory to the Ard Boyz. Was it a minor victory?
It's a minor victory. Yeah.
Was it close as I thought?
No.
Yeah, I mean, the trouble is, I think that as I mentioned before, I think what happened was when I think I had miscast or I failed to cast that buff to the Skeleton Warriors on the left flank.
Yeah.
That is what cost me, I think, because that's a big unit with a lot of points and everything else that goes in it. So yeah, that was tough. And obviously the Skeleton Warriors, the zombies not holding the line against Grimgor there at the end. Which is, yeah, I mean, at that point it was probably much done. I think it was done the first rock lobber throw when you blew up my coach.
Newly painted model. It always happens. It always happens.
No, because what he told me off camera, everyone, is that the rock lobber is a newly painted model. So his own theory makes no sense. Anyway, great game. Thank you very much for taking the time to come and record. It was a lot of fun. I will caveat, sorry if we made mistakes. Now, Chris is very good at 6th edition, but we don't play very often.
No, maybe like once every 3 or 4 months,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, really, exactly. It's very rare. We played a little more recently, but it's, again, for me, I've got Horus Heresy in my head, I've got 40k in my head, which we all know is not much space in there as it is. But I do have a love of fantasy, so the core mechanics are always there for me. And it's the additions that get me, as we saw throughout this game, between 8th and 6th. I played more 8th. Or technically, no. I'm sorry, I played more 6th. If you speak of the lifespan of me at my hobbying, is more 6th edition, definitely. Because I only got into 8th after a hiatus in the hobby. And then I got back into it, and then they made a thing called the End Times. And I was like, oh, this is interesting. I'll get into that. And then, yeah, we all know what happened then. So,
and the End Times happened.
Yeah, and then literally the End Times happened. Remember Storm of Chaos, though? That was good. The campaign Storm of Chaos with those like mutant things you can make yourself. Oh, they were just so good.
That's right, yeah.
So good. So good. Anyway, back to the game, because we're rambling now. And I said to Chris, I was like, look, we're going to talk about the game. We're not going to ramble. What would you have done differently? Even though you won, what would you have done differently to achieve a major victory?
It's the one part of the game that I always mess up on, and it will always come back to bite you, is the deployment.
Yeah.
It's the deployment. And well, I've built my army around lots of infantry and big blocks, because for me, that's what an army should look like. It should be lots of troops. But what happens on the battlefield is you end up, stovepiping yourself, clogging yourself up.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. I mean, Grimgor never saw combat till turn 4.
Yeah,
He was getting really impatient, wasn't he?
He had some fun chopping some zombies' heads off. But yeah, I agree. And I will agree with you. Every time we do play, you do end up going, I'm in trouble here because I've bottlenecked myself. Or what's that old adage that never stop your opponent when they're making a mistake?
That's true.
Interrupt your opponent when they're making a mistake. But no, it's for me. I find that I have a good game plan at the start. Just the wheels often come off by the time I get
like your back coach.
I was going to say thanks for coming in again, but no, I'm not going to. I mean, I would like to have seen the Black Coach done some work, but again, it's very different in 6th to 8th edition. In 6th edition, it's basically like a glorified chariot. There's nothing really much to it. Whereas in 8th edition, they went, we should probably add some more oomph to this. So you get like the ethereal and the other stuff, and it has a bit more punch to it. Anyway, for me, changing game-wise, I don't know what I would have done differently if I'm honest right now, top of my head. I have to probably think about it tonight when I can't sleep, because I'm like, if only I did this or that. But I think game plan wise is okay. Send the skeletons on the left flank to hold up those orcs. They did that pretty well. I got lucky, I think, with the orcs running in the center. I think I got lucky throughout a lot of parts in this game to keep me in the game, as it were, because my Graveguard not getting charges, but then holding and managing to my skeletons managing to do the work under those black orcs was really big. Otherwise, they would have just been minced, and then I would have, I would be on the back foot further there. And then, of course, my Graveguard getting that power off and then being able to charge into the flank of those black orcs was really big. So magic was key.
Yeah.
I didn't roll too great with my spells. That wasn't great. But hey, that's the fun of the game in many ways.
Yeah, and with your army, there's a lot of bodies to chew through just to get to the stuff that actually brings points.
Yes. Very true. You did eat Necromancer though.
I did. Yeah.
Now, who is your MVP?
I mean, it's pretty hard to look over Grimgor. For such a small unit, obviously they cost a lot of points.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, the artillery was good. Taking out that black coach. And then the big hit on the Graveguard.
Yeah. 7 Graveguard dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it was big.
It's quite difficult because my army in combat is relatively strong. They don't dish out a lot of attacks.
No.
It's where you suffer slightly. But yeah, it's gonna have to be. I think it's gonna have to be Grimgor.
Yeah. All right, Grimgor. For me, I would go with that Skeleton Warrior unit that run down those Black Orcs and then fought against Grimgor. Those guys, they put the work in, and the ones on the left flank actually. So my skeletons in general did quite well. Yeah. The zombies did what zombies did, and my necromancers, they did okay. They were doing what they did best. There wasn't anything that was like, that superpower charge of bringing 20 odd zombies back was crazy. That was beautiful. But otherwise, pretty lackluster. I think I love the thematic nature of the Necromancer army, but you need a vampire in there. You need a vampire in there to put some work in, just because they're just that punch power. Putting a vampire in there with Graveguard, you'd be a bit more confident just to throw them forward. Whereas with my White Lord is not that strong really. He's like he's an okay character, but my Necromancer is just too weak to get near Grimgor, which is the problem, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those themed lists at the back of the book. Like anytime DC and I play, it's all thematic.
Yeah.
It's not a very serious game.
It's not.
And actually, that's one of the kind of allures now to the game for myself playing 6th edition. Is it's not about the best thing at the time because it's not really a supported game anymore.
No, it's not.
And you can just have a lot of fun and play a game that tells a story as opposed to for anything competitive.
Agreed.
So.
I always apologise off camera to Chris, because I don't want to do it on camera, that I do feel gamey when I'm playing and I'm summoning hordes of zombies in his face in different areas. But honestly, as part of the Necromancer's army, if you don't do that, I'm not going to win a straight slugfest with Black Orcs, with a combat army like that. My zombies, as you saw, and my skeletons really don't do anything. If I killed a Black Orc, I was like, yes. Whereas when we played before, for example, my Chaos Warriors, then it's very different. Those guys really mess up units. So yeah, you kind of have to. You have to create speed bumps. You have to try and, the whole point of them is to summon the undead everywhere to swarm you. So yeah, I do feel bad though, because it doesn't feel, I like summoning the dead, but you kind of have to do those things. Otherwise, you're really on the back foot.
Well, the Orcs are happy anyway.
You would, exactly.
They just get more bodies to...
Yeah, exactly, to chop up.
To chop up.
Lastly, are you excited for Old World?
I cannot wait for Old World. I love what they've released so far.
Yeah, same.
In the teasers, in the almanacs. But I'll have to add a couple more units because I built this army to be Grimgor's Ard Boyz in the Storm of Chaos 6th edition kind of environment. But yeah, so I think I'll probably have to add some more, generic orcs, I guess.
For sure. Sounds good.
And I've got a Widow for me ready to go as well.
A
Forest Spirit Sylvaneth, Dryad tree army.
Yeah, the whole tree army. I love it. It looks very cool. You hopefully will see it on the channel soon when we get some more time, probably after Christmas now, I imagine, in order to get it on the field. And I'll get my Chaos Warriors ready, or my Bretonnians, or Tomb Kings, or they're all almost all done, but I've just got to finish them off for be on the tabletop. Anyway, we'll see what we can bring against them. And that will probably be on the future one. But I hope you enjoyed this little bit of fun, a little bit of fantasy out of nowhere. And maybe we'll do it some more soon. Who knows? Thanks again to Chris for coming in. And yeah, I had a great time. It was a good nostalgia blast. Until next time, see you soon.